Baturdays. Baturdays. Omnidog in the Minister of Comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the past. Baturdays. 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 In the BatCave.
Hey now, welcome to, oh, that looks perfect. Welcome to Baturdays in the BatCave. I'm Omnidog, joined by Godzilla and Larry from Larry's Library. That focused nicely. Good job.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for joining me. As I've told the audience a couple weeks ago, the Minister of Comics is taking a sabbatical. I'm not getting rid of that intro video. That stays no matter what happens. So I'm going to have a series of guest hosts, and Larry is one of them. And I appreciate his coming. He's at Larry's Library, which is under his name on YouTube. And it's in the description box down below.
Yep.
Don't worry, Reaper. It's all in fun. Don't worry. It's all in fun. We'll have fun with it. No worries. I know. My wife was like, because my wife created the thumbnail and she said, "Do people like these things?" And I said, "Oh yeah, they like to find out what annoys people." But I also said, "Oh, look at Mary M. How nice of you to join. Look at that nice compliment."
Very
Mary
sweet.
M. I need Mary M as a co-host. Mary, do you want to co-host with me sometime?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Okay, good. That'd be good. Here's Ileana from the UK. Welcome. Good to see you. The Comic Slayer's here. My dad. That's right. Real life and internet dad. Thank you, James. Puts up Larry's address.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Dynamic duo. Good to see you, Razor. Good to see you, Sasmurf. Do watching Justin, Larry, and the Royal Rumble. That sounds like something wrestling, which has a big crossover with comic fans. I found out wrestling.
Yeah, apparently I didn't know until a few years ago. But yeah,
are you a wrestling fan, or you just found out that? Yeah,
no, I just found out about it.
The Venn diagram
that sort of became a little bit of one,
Yeah, the Venn diagram of comics and wrestling, like I think meets in the middle. There's sometimes the chat just goes off on on wrestling. Garage Geek in the house. What up, Garage Geek?
David.
Doc Elevator. My buddy Noir Wolf. Hey now. Here we go. So too powerful. Freddie's predicted it. So powerful. Yeah, 2 cat picks. What a way to secure a Kristen summon. And she is in the chat. Hello, my friends. Hello, how are you? So I will continue greeting people. Okay, good. Just
awesome.
We'll talk to each other about it. That's great. Good. I found another co-host. That's awesome. So the title is what is the title? What annoys us?
Yeah. Hopefully people don't think cats annoy us, because that's not true.
No, as a matter of fact, we got the first visit from Queen Lily in a week today. And I need to post pics of it because my Instagram has become a catstagram now. That's what everyone wants.
I see that.
It's been this is such a crazy area to live in the Mid-Atlantic. We had a week ago Friday, we had a total of 6 inches of snow on the ground, and yesterday it was 80 degrees.
Damn.
In a week.
That's when you get sick,
Yeah. Monday, I was chipping ice off my windshield, trying to free up my wiper blades because I don't know enough to stick my wiper blades out when it's going to snow. It never even occurred to me. And then Friday it's 80 degrees. So we get crazy weather around here. So of course as soon as we start talking about the topic, we lose viewers. So we're going to wait to talk about the topic.
Okay.
And we'll probably only
Yeah, I got
get
a
about
couple of.
three. I do too. Yeah. Beautiful. Good morning, Omni. The Evergreen was the funniest 2 hours in YouTube history. Was it only 2 hours? Yeah, that we all agreed afterwards that our stomachs and chests hurt. We laughed so hard. I could watch that. I usually don't watch any videos that I'm on just because I'm like, I already did it. So what will I get out of it? But I'd watch that again just to laugh at that again because that was really funny. What up, Nick? Andy, how's it going? How dare you? How dare you, Hayden? What are you talking about? Oh shoot, I don't have my own image in here.
We could totally do that. I mean, yeah, that it fits. I can't deny it.
I have that. Oh, it's in Omni Bros that I have that.
I think the old man yelling at clouds is a little bit less negative than the comic book guy would, because that's.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, actually, yeah. I've got both of those.
At least the old man looks like he has good hygiene, so I don't know.
Oh, Hayden, you are on the not gonna click on list again. Oh, here's the line. Lovely. Now this is the way to talk to us. Lovely to see these silver foxes looking so good. Who's Bunk? Wow. Exactly, Bunk. Wow. Currently listening while reading Where the Body Was. Oh, for tomorrow. That's right. Okay, I'll read that tonight to see if I can take part in book club. I have to go pick up a book from a comic dealer that so I hope I can make it. Daniel's here. Hey, almost done with the Discord book club book. What about tomorrow's book club with Larry here? This book.
It's a quick read. Go get it and read it.
Yeah, so. You can read it in I wouldn't rush through it though, because it's okay. Right. I don't want to say anything. Yeah, it's like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
you'll hear our thoughts tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good to see Larry, one of YouTube's finest, filling in the pillion. What?
That sounds positive, so.
I think so too. Let's see what it means. Hey Siri. Define pillion.
Pillion means a seat for a passenger behind a motorcyclist.
Oh, okay. So you're like thank you. You're like you're like the sitting in the seat next to me. Wow, good word, Chris. Usually I know words better than that.
Yeah, I get the Merriam-Webster word of the day emails, and it's like a big event if there's one that I don't already know, and that would be one. Yeah.
I'm deathly allergic to cats. I'm not deathly allergic. I'm allergic to cats, dogs, mildew, mold, grass, people. I get the sun. Yeah, leaving the house.
Yeah, me too.
Harry, welcome, Harry Bob Big Pants. Good to have you. I just hope you're well today. I pre-ordered Zdarsky's Daredevil Omni 1 volume yesterday. Very excited for that. Yes, it's supposed to be great. I haven't got caught up yet, but I will. Who doesn't love cool cats? Says Jesse. Say what? Learned to stall. A true streamer. Did I stall? Oh my. Mariam co-hosting. Oh my. Larry, did you get the Romnibus? Also, were you able to finish watching Ted?
Yes and yes. I have not opened the box with the ROM Omnibus because I'm saving that for my unboxing. So I have one more box to come, and then I'll do them together. But yeah.
Nice. Oh, astonishing Melanie. You like the cut of Miriam's jib? Awesome. Astonishing Melanie has also been offered to be a co-host, and I
have an idea for you. When I first started doing videos, I went through the trouble, and it was a lot of trouble, and I eventually quit because it was so much hassle. But I kept track of all my T-shirts, and I wanted to see how many videos I could make with a different shirt before I had to repeat a shirt. You
Yeah.
should do that with co-hosts. See how many Baturdays co-hosts you can have before you have to repeat one.
Okay. Starting with you.
Yeah, you could
Oh
probably
no,
do it.
I guess Taylor Talks Comics counts first. Okay.
Yeah, well,
That's great.
you'd be sure.
I definitely want Melanie to be on. Maybe I wonder how April is for Melanie and Mary M. I will talk to you both afterwards. Yeah, Mary M getting a lot of support. A jib is to be cut. The cut of your jib. You cut the jib. You started reading the spreadsheet. I just hauled that. I have like 6 Omnis unread, 3 of which are still in plastic. I got to catch up before any more come out. Dude.
Wow. He's doing well, right?
You are doing well. 6 Omnis unread. I wish that was my situation, and so does my wife.
As they say, those are low numbers. You need to bring those numbers up.
Yeah. You need, yeah. Lars is here. Just finished Cosmic.
Maybe you could get Kristen to do a Baturdays, and she could be one of your slots, not repeating hosts.
She's my co-host, though. Well, I mean, she could. She's
just to blow people's minds. Yeah. She shows up on
okay.
Saturday night.
I like that. Yeah, blow people's minds like this.
Yeah, there you
go. That'd be good. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I didn't get to see. And it's issue 7 of both Phantom Road and Tenement. In my opinion, Lemire is the greatest American creator working now, and I won't argue with that because I know the comic slayers in the chat.
I would say he's one of the top modern writers working in comics for sure.
Absolutely.
I'll give you that. Maybe
100%.
top 5 even. I might go top 5.
Who else do you think? Let's try and think who our top 5 writers are right now, and that's going to be impossible for me to do.
Currently living.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, because if you expand it to that, then it adds a whole lot more writers. You know.
Well, right. Who am I going to say? Oh, I don't think I can do 5.
Well, I could do 5. Ed Brubaker, of course.
Yeah.
Brian K. Vaughan. Garth Ennis. Maybe Cliff Chang even. I mean, he's not known for that, but Catwoman Lonely City was pretty incredible writing.
100% agree with you.
And of course, well, let's see. How many is that? 4?
Yeah.
Brian Michael Bendis, although I don't think the stuff he's doing now is as well received, but he's definitely one of the top modern writers, I think.
I'm a huge fan of Bendis.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
See, I have so many. I just like if we just pick this year or what I've read this month, I could pick 5 writers out of there that I think are amazing. Okay, wait. Okay. Yep. And then one more. It's gonna be that guy that does the thing. Okay. I'm going to go with starting with Mark Waid.
Yep, Mark Waid.
These are people that I would pick up, and everybody you listed, I would. Oh shoot! Did either of us name Jeff Lemire?
Well, that's what started. So I think it was kind of yeah.
So we're going. Yeah, actually,
Lemire, Brubaker, Bendis. There's 3. Brian K. Vaughan, 4.
Yeah.
Garth Ennis is up there.
You know what? This I can't.
I don't have an order. I was just throwing names out, but
yeah, I mean, I bet you and I could come up with 20 names of quality writers, men and women, whose books we just pick up to buy because based on their skills. Like Gail Simone, boom, I'd buy anything she'd write. Stephanie Phillips, based on Harley Quinn, I'd buy anything she has written. But my list.
I used to buy Fiona Avery stuff, and I haven't seen her do any writing in forever now. I don't know if she stopped or what, but She did a lot of little stuff for Image there a while back, and she wrote a Spider-Man annual that was fantastic.
Oh, I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah.
Shoot, and somebody in the chat, Nick just brought up Hickman, whose stuff I love. I've loved everything of his. Okay, I'm going to give my top 5 and also cheat. Wade, Tom Taylor, Tiny Onion, Tom King. Yeah. My dark horse candidate is Jed MacKay, writer of Black Cat, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, and I think he's writing the Avengers now. And Hickman, and Lemire. Okay, that's enough. And Brubaker.
Yep. There's a lot.
Connor Palmiotti, Cy Spurrier, Moore, Gaiman, Hickman. I can't say Alan Moore I just would automatically pick up anything of. I'm pretty selective with Moore. After seeing, there's a period here where he gets a little too sexual assaulty for me, starting with the Killing Joke.
Yeah, I guess I need to read the Killing Joke again because I haven't read it in a long time, but I remember just loving it. But part of that was probably the Brian Boland art more than anything, right?
Yeah,
art is so incredible.
You know, that's an interesting thing of how maybe our tastes change or our brains change, because I remember loving it too when it first came out.
Yeah.
And then I started looking at it again in like maybe 2019, and I was like, whoa, this is twisted and dark and not right, what he does to Barbara and Detective Commissioner Gordon and everything. I was like,
do you think that old guys like us have evolved a little because we have like our daughters and younger people that influence us? Do you think that could be?
I 100% bet that's what it is.
Yeah.
I bet that's exactly what it is. We both have daughters that are strong female. Well, I was going to say strong female protagonists because that's what I love in comics, but they're both strongly opinioned, smart and intelligent and funny. Both of them are funny, which helps. But they both have their opinions, and they have, I think you're right. I think my daughters definitely influence the way I think about things.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but she's taught me a lot of things. So,
yeah. No, you don't hate to admit it. You
love
to
to
admit it.
Argue a lot. That's kind of
really.
I mean, it's like sport for us, you know. It's, but she is right quite often. I'm not going to say all the time, but
I don't have my Kristen. Wait, do I have my Kristen's right here? Yeah, I do.
It's kind of it's kind of annoying, but something I have to live with.
I think she was wrong once, but I should have written it down because that's like when my wife is wrong. I usually take a victory lap and she goes, it's a big deal because 9.5 out of 10 times she's honestly right. And I just legit have learned to shut my mouth.
There's been a couple of times where Kristen she was wrong and she even had no defense. And then I kind of felt bad for even making a big deal of it. You know, it's like, wow, I wish I just let it go.
Oh, that's a parenting moment.
I think so. Maybe.
Don't forget to go to Organic Price Books. Use code Omnidog for $2 off, 5% shipping up, 4 more bucks. Omnidog sit while I'm here in the banners. If you'd like to write me, here's Omnidog's Vault 2 at Gmail. Old Man Yells at Comics. I didn't know I had that in there. I wonder, I don't have that. Darn it. I don't have I do have this.
Yeah, that's a great
one. Let's see. A lot of people are saying who they like. Neil Gaiman. Captain, welcome. Chat, don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you. Let's see. Chris says, I pretty much buy everything Jason Aaron, Zdarsky, and Brubaker. Let's see. Ego Outside Oda is up there.
I haven't read a lot of Jason Aaron, but I've not read any Jason Aaron I didn't like. So,
yeah. Brubaker and Morrison are both insta buys for me. Josh Greathouse from Elon. Here's Melanie with her top 5. Zdarsky, Vaughn. Oh, Daniel Warren Johnson. Gaiman, Nicieza. But I've got a bad memory, so someone may get kicked out. I like Tom King, too. It's hard to pick one. I like Hickman, too. Yeah. I think it'd probably be better for us to do like 15 or 20 because
we are in a golden age of writers, that's for sure.
100%. You're 100%.
I think there's
right.
a lot more great writers right now than there are great artists. If you had to, choose, if you tallied it up, I think that the great writers outweigh the great artists. Just my opinion, but
there's a lot of great writers right now for sure, including Peter Milligan. I'm reading his Ecstatics now. Is a writer that has produced quality since the early 80s and very often overlooked.
Is he still writing though? I mean,
who's writing this book? Yeah, he's writing this book, the new Excellent by Mike Allred and Peter Milligan. 2 volumes.
His old partner.
Yeah. This looks, it's another, it's Dupe's in it and everything. So it's a kind of,
it's a sequel then.
Yeah, to Ecstatics. Everything okay?
No, I just heard the cat in a horrid fight outside, and I reached out, and she is outdoors. So we were just out looking for her.
Oh.
It was grisly what I listened to.
Okay, sweetie.
Oh my God.
Apparently Queen Lily got in a fight outside right now, and they're out looking for her. Are you going to go out and look for her?
I've already done it, and I talked to Colin, and apparently it's that orange tabby cat that's been hanging around too.
Oh.
Next door, and they get into territory wars.
Well, go beat that orange cat up.
Apparently that cat's such a bully, she corners Lily until finally she...
Oh, we've got a bully cat in the neighborhood that cornered Lily, and so they're out looking for her now. She was just in our house today. She has the tiniest little meows. You can hardly even hear them. They're so tiny. Okay. Do you want me to... Okay, just a sec. I'm sorry to derail this. I'm going to open the back door to see if she comes to the back door.
Would you open this?
We got a cat emergency. So
yeah. So Larry, you can go ahead and talk right now while I look for cats.
Okay. I can't highlight anything, but Kristen is calling fake news on her being wrong.
What, she's calling fake news on what?
On
Let me find it.
One. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Shots
fired. Well, and even when she was wrong, it wasn't about anything major. I mean, it wasn't that important, really.
I didn't say he was a misogynist. Did you hear me say he was a misogynist? I don't think he's a misogynist. I think he doesn't know how to write women without being... I have 10 examples that I've gotten rid of in my library of Alan Moore being way too sexually assaulty. It's a common theme in his books. So I don't know if you want to tag him with misogynist.
The theme was more common years ago than now, and it's probably across all media, wouldn't you think? Not that excuse it doesn't. It's just
I think it went over the line and it was unnecessary, and I think that the Joker's point could have been made without any of that stuff. What I read about that at the end of the scene after everything Joker did, what I read was that Batman is kind of kills him after that. The thought was that after everything Joker did, that Batman kills him. That's just kind of a fan theory, and I'm going to get off the topic because I hate it.
Yeah. I need to read it again, I guess, for sure.
I read it twice, and it wasn't for me. Again,
it didn't
so those are my tastes, and people, if you want to enjoy the Killing Joke, go ahead. I'm just saying those are my tastes. My tastes have changed. I'm not into it. Garth Ennis, Brian Givon, Rick Remender, Robert Kirkman. What? Jeff Loeb. Oh, Jeff Loeb is underrated, I think. Those are my
Yeah,
favorites.
I
The
agree.
moment is changing
agree.
as I read more. Good. Keep reading. Always read, Ryan.
I wasn't a huge fan of the Red Hulk so much, but I like pretty much everything else that I've read of his. You know, I mean, I didn't hate the Red Hulk. I just thought it was overplayed, and it just kind of
Did,
went on. And
did you read Jeff Parker's run on Red
I
Hulk?
didn't. By that time, I'd had so much Red Hulk that I
Mm.
I kind of fell off. You know,
That was an early recommendation from Riley, and it's really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Jeff Parker's another name we could throw out there. He's written a lot of good stuff. I think he probably needs more. Oh, Greg Rucka. How'd I leave Greg Rucka off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Al Ewing. I mean, I could probably just look at the stack of books right here and say who's doing great. No, I guess I can't. I have a bunch of crappy books that I bought. Yeah, Tiny N. Cullen Bunn. I like a lot of his stuff. I love what Sean Gordon Murphy's done with the White Knight universe or whatever they're calling it. Here's a question for you, Larry.
Well, I don't know. I guess I have a couple of different origin stories that I've told, and I really don't know exactly which one happened first. You know? But I think just seeing some covers when I was a little kid and getting some, and I think the first ones I ever read was probably Marvel Spotlight with Moon Knight on the cover. That was an early one. Werewolf by Night comics, some of those, and Commandy. Those are the earliest memories I have of picking up comics.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a feral cat, not a bully cat. First of all, you all need to bring in the queen. She's not our cat. but no, this orange cat, what is that, a tabby? I don't know. It's actually another neighbor's cat. It's got a collar. I've seen it around. I don't see it as much as I see Lily, but it's Lily's a rescue, so she's reticent, and she's very peaceful, but she's very reticent. You know, she won't come up to you right away. It took a long time for her to just come up to us while we were sitting on our steps. So I'm gonna I don't believe in animal abuse, but I'm gonna speak sharply to that tabby the next time I see her. I don't know about. Yeah, I am. I'm 100% Lily person now. Uncle Larry, Daddy Larry, he's in big trouble now.
Well, earlier he said that we were his internet uncles. So.
Uncle.
Right.
Uncle Larry. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did he say I was an uncle too? How did I miss that?
I think so. I think it was earlier.
I'll just go back here. I have a question for the chat. I haven't seen Cycle in here yet. I wanted to ask Cycle, but I
seen him earlier today on another chat, but I haven't seen him here yet. He seems to be everywhere almost, but
picking up the Born Again Gallery Edition.
Oh yeah, of course. That'll be a double dip because I have it in the Omni, but this is bigger than an Omni, so
yeah. Freddie, Loeb wrote the ultimate stuff you thought I made up. He told me that.
Yeah. Something that was a little that kind of went off the rails after a while, for sure.
Well, Freddie said they wanted to kill the line, and that's how they did it because they were done with it. And I guess he was telling me stuff that I was
all biblical. They went all biblical on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite literally.
And I thought he made it up. I'm like, Freddie, you're lying to me. He's like, no, it really happened.
When that happened. Yeah, I was reading it in singles when that happened.
Adorable Omnidog, brag about what makes you adorable. Well, your husband is the one that gave me the nickname Adorable Omnidog. So maybe ask your husband what makes me adorable. I'd like to know that answer. Yeah. These
There
hearts
you
make
go
me
with
adorable, Melanie.
your Apple effects.
These these hearts are for you, Melanie. I know, I love these. For Melanie. Hey, come on, what are you doing? Okay, there. Yeah, they're out looking for her, but I've got the door open, and I'd know if she was there. Immortal Hulk is very overrated. What's your
I have
take?
not read it yet. I haven't read that yet.
I only read the first book, but I thought it was fantastic, and I read the next 20 issues on Marvel Unlimited because I couldn't wait for the second hardcover. Everything feels pre-pandemic to me. I feel like that was 2019. I don't even know what happened in the 2020 through 2022. But so I can only say the first book I thought was great and really drew me in and wanted me wanting more. So I'll be interested to see why you think that it's
Do you
overrated.
Jess, do you suffer from the time compression that happens as you get older? You know, where
Uh,
like it seems to me stuff that came out in the early 2000s is modern. That's
oh,
in my
and the
mind, that's
fact,
a modern comic, right?
yeah.
But apparently it's not because it was 23 years ago. People are saying, "Oh, that's not a modern comic. That's an early 2000s comic."
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then when you think of the fact somebody said something like, "I've been reading these comics for 30 years," and I'm like, 30 years, dude, that takes you to the 90s. Big deal.
Yeah, you need to up those numbers. That's a
Yeah, I've been
amateur
reading
hour.
this comic for 60. How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, time compression. That's an interesting thing. I do. Um, I seriously draw a blank on 2020. Um,
Well, I think that's a COVID problem that we're all having, though, right? Pandemic screwed with everybody's sense of time, maybe.
you might be right, but it bled over into 2021 because I
Yeah,
don't
I mean
have.
it's an effect. It's like a wave. It's
Yeah. Okay. Good. Other people are. Oh, is this the one that Freddie was telling me about? Ultimus 3?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just too much. They just kept, sort of
Yeah.
piling
Now I
on with
have
it.
to read it. I won't buy it, but execrable.
Yeah,
Execrable. I
not
know what
his
he
finest
means.
hour. No.
I know what he means. That's a great word. Boy, we're getting some good words tonight.
Yes.
Execrable. Yeah, Morrison was mentioned up there earlier. Oh, Kyle Starks. Yeah, that'll bring Kristen in there. Kyle Starks is really good. I really want DC to put out new trades of Milligan's Shade the Changing Man. Dude, shoot for the stars and want for a deluxe edition. Something like that. Read Chancellor and Kyle Starks to these awesome lists. I think you definitely should. But what got you back into comics as an adult? The Comic Slayer ponders.
Well, that would
Let me
be when
send
my
hearts
daughter
out to
almost died.
What? Yeah, right. She had her appendix burst.
Yeah, and so we were spending a lot of time in the hospital visiting her, and I think a lot of that time she was even asleep or and I stopped at a local comic shop near there just to get a book. I figured, well, I'll read while I'm sitting here, and I was out of comics at that time.
Yeah.
And I picked up a trade of I think it was it Dark Phoenix or no, it was Days of Future Past. It was that collection. And I just started rereading that, and it wasn't too long after that I was back in
this
the
book.
grind. Yeah, it was a trade though, but yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah.
I just wanted to try and show off some Kristen skills pulling books that were mentioned.
Yeah.
Love Commandy. Commandy is so good. She may not be your cat, but she's your cat. Patty was just out looking for her. Upper management was visibly shaken when she came down.
Yeah, it sounded like she was.
Yeah, so yeah, she went out with the family that actually owns Lily, and she was out looking for her. I wondered what set off the ring at this hour. It's not a I knew something had to be going on for the ring to say someone was at the door. So now I know. Your neighbors are causing the issues, to be fair. Our neighbors that own the tabby, the orange cat? If so,
Well,
you are
Kristen would
correct.
probably argue that no cat should be just running around loose. You know, because
I
it's bad for them. It's bad for cats. It's dangerous.
don't know anything about cats, to be honest. We've only had dogs. My whole life I've only had dogs, so I don't know anything.
Well, I mean,
I
they're
know
just out of control. Then anything could happen to them. They could be stolen. They could be abused. They could get into fights. You know,
I'd worry they'd run away.
they could get hit by a car,
Ooh,
destroy wildlife, and cause problems there. That happens. You know, killing birds and
yeah. Well, these
it's not
cats are
good.
yeah, the cats aren't even mine, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can't do anything about it. But I mean, it's
Omnidog is Lily's cat comic slayer.
and see all
That's
those
me.
facts I was just spouting learned from my daughter. So
I believe it. And if you do more Garth Ennis, his Punisher is so good. The Max stuff and just the regular Punisher stuff.
yeah, I've got all those Omnis. They're awesome.
Yeah. Are we surprised that Omnidog is a cat person? LOL. Look at how much he pushes Black Cat. And interesting. I got that Omni and started loving. Well, I loved it in trades, but I got that Omni around the same time last year that Lily started coming around the house. You might be right, Fifth of Jack Gaming.
Maybe some cat mojo.
Cat Mojo, yeah.
Cat mojo.
Cycle is everywhere except when you need him. Yeah, I do have a question for everybody that I'm going to ask in a sec.
I think if we say Cycle enough, though, he'll probably appear.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many times that takes, but
yeah, I see you two as my comic internet uncles. Oh, thank you, buddy. Second Marine Chancellor Kyle Starks, no bias here, none. Can't stand.
I will read anything that Reed writes as well.
Oh yeah, really gets outlandish and crazy to treat the women, especially Wanda, very poorly. Oh dear.
See, I like a lot of Mark Miller, but I understand they're not all hits. There's many misses too. That's what I hear. I haven't read his whole catalog, but
yes, I will say
like Wolverine. I liked his Wolverine a lot.
I did too.
I loved it. I know Omar doesn't care for it, but I loved it.
Well, this is an Omar stream, and Omar's not on.
That's right. That's right.
Don't even channel him. We've got Melanie. That's enough. That's the good part of Very Fine Condition. Just take it easy. The Magic Order by Miller is really, really good, but he's written some. I mean, he's written some
I
really.
I liked his Marvel Knights Spider-Man run. It was like 12 issues or so. I like that a lot.
I have that, but I haven't read it. But I do have it. I have it in hardcover.
Really great art. It's trying to think who it is. It's the husband and wife team. I know there's a couple of them.
The Dodsons?
Yes.
Marvel
I don't know if they
Knight.
do all of it, but they do quite a bit of it. Yeah. I like that a lot. I bought those as they came out.
Whoa. Mark Miller, pencilers Terry Dodson and Frank Cho.
Oh, yeah. They go back and forth. They take turns. That's right.
Holy guacamole. Why have I not read this?
It's good stuff.
He's written a lot.
Pretty dark. For Spider-Man, it's pretty dark, but I liked it.
Well, there's the Black Cat, so you know I'm going to want to read it.
Yep.
Yeah, he sort of went through a phase of a ton of misses. This looks super Frank Cho-y to me. His misses are really bad, but his hits are really good. So I don't know. Good day, to T. Hodgins from Canada. She's talking to you right there.
Hey, I'm already working on a couple items for her. I'm still waiting on some pricing info. So,
yeah, actually, you have my. You can send me what you're selling too, Kristen. Let me see if if there's anything I need since you're purging a little bit.
Yeah, you can give him second dibs.
I I still consider Peter David's Hulk is modern. I
Yeah,
kind
me
of do
too. Me
too.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
and see, it actually started in the late '80s, so that's pushing it, but yeah.
Watching the Royal Rumble with my family, so I can't stick around, but want to say a quick ahoy to my favorite regular Saturday love comic content. Thank you, Bunk. I think
It's the
Hayden's in
bunk
the
mom.
chat. Hayden, we have a special room for those two on Omnidog's Discord where you should see what's happening in there. I agree. The pandemic screws with our sense of time. Yeah. Jim Lee's X-Men is modern. Yeah. I mean, it's 90s.
Yeah.
I feel like this is me only. I feel like the modern era started with Dark Knight Returns and Watchmen. Because after that comes like Sandman and Hellblazer, and that's when I feel like the real golden age started happening. Even though there was a bunch of crappy crap in the 90s, there was a lot of good stuff in the 90s too.
Yeah, see, I skipped almost all of the '90s. I came back in the late '90s, really, or really closer to 2000 when I came back. But
I came
Chris
back
could
in
probably
'80s.
tell me the exact year, probably, but
Dark Knight Returns is what brought me back. Which cover did you get of the Romnibus?
I got the Sal Buscema, the ad cover, the house ad. I
Yeah,
think that's the coolest.
had I bought that, that's what I would have bought. That looks
Yeah,
cool.
that image of Rom stepping out of the where he landed with the fire all around him, I think is just super dramatic and awesome.
And I think it's a really cool concept to use a house ad. I think they did a really good job. Are you from Kentucky?
Indiana, but I'm so close to Kentucky that some people would say, "Well, you might as well be a Kentuckian." The southern end of Indiana.
Execrable. Okay, so you're from what, southern Indiana, or
yeah,
right
Evansville
near
is where I was born.
But Kristen lives like across the border in Kentucky, so you're really close.
And yeah, not too far.
Yeah,
we got to go over a bridge, but yeah.
And
it's actually a steel and concrete bridge. It's not wooden.
It's a modern era bridge. For the record, Kyle is not an indie writer. That dude is writing DC and Marvel right now. I can't wait to see his, whatever it was, the Marvel Super Pets line. What's it called?
I don't know, but I want a hardcover of that. I'm kind of waiting on that.
Oh.
Hopefully it'll happen.
I don't know. I know it has bats in it, and anything with bats is cool with me. That's the great dog. Oh, okay. I did say Gail Simone. Oh yeah, Kelly Thompson. I don't. Stephanie Phillips. I also said her. Mariko Tamaki, Alyssa Wong, Vita Ayala, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Marjorie Liu, Tilly Walden, G Willow, Torrin Grunbeck. I have not read any of hers yet, so I definitely need to. I've heard amazing things about her. I do not even know what this is, but if you want it, I want you to want it.
I don't know.
What is that?
Well, it was I don't remember exactly, but it was DC, and it was a cartoon character, sort of anthropomorphic animal crew that was a parody of like superheroes of the time. That's how I remember it. It was pretty funny. Good stuff.
Huh. Just got a Lily update. Lily is back at home, safe and unharmed. So she made it out. And she's back home and safe. So cat emergency over with. Okay, it sounds like I may not want to read it. Josh just said I would really regret it.
Well, you got such a backlog like me. You could probably pass on some of the things that are just.
Yeah, if it's really crummy.
Yeah.
Gonna sit here and play you guys in the background while reading Omnidog's beloved Black Cat Run. It is the exact opposite of execrable. It's brilliant.
That is hard to say. That's
Yeah,
It's rough.
he did give me a way to pronounce it, so I appreciate that. Okay, well, I don't have any control over it. It's not my cat. Here's Mistwalker. Welcome. Okay, so I have enough people in the chat. There's 63 people in the chat. I generally recognize almost everybody. So these are like loyal viewers, right? So here's my question to you and to the chat.
Okay.
I have a ton of books that I need to give away. Should I? There's two choices here, and I just thought of the second choice. I can do a big 4 or 5 hour stream giving all of them away and have multiple co-hosts. Larry's going to be one of them, and it might get a lot of views, but it could also pull in some vultures that just want books.
That's
now
true.
it could also bring in new fans. Or I could do a secret giveaway just like during one of these shows and give away like 2 or 3 books every show of mine, because I know those are loyal viewers.
It could be for like a 20 or 30-minute period of time. They won't know when it will be, but
right, because
like
I know
turn
they're
it on
loyal.
and then turn it off.
Exactly. I know, because it would be an unannounced giveaway happening at an unannounced time in an unannounced video, because I know they're loyal viewers. That's just a thought. Chris, Jess, I do have the Black Cat run you love very much. It's on the list of unread Omnis. Okay, get it on the list of read Omnis, Chris. Let's go. Come on, what are you doing? Come on, let's go.
Chris says do a giveaway right now.
I should give away. I wish I had a copy of Black Cat to give away. Everybody thinks Cycle's name.
You'd think that would work.
You would. Yeah. Say his name 3 times like Beetlejuice.
Which, did you notice my Beetlejuice shirt?
Oh, I did not.
This is Lydia's silhouette here.
Oh, cool. Wait, let me highlight you so we can see.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow. What an awesome coincidence.
Yeah.
Mine's Lady Mechanica.
See that?
Wait, what was your... Oh, it was the not... Okay, t-shirt and co-hosts thing.
Right. No repeats until you get through all of them.
The coolest Jess moments are when a random book is mentioned and Jess reaches to his right and pulls it out of the ether. I'm not as good as Comic Slayer on that, but I aspire to that.
See, I have to have it ready because I don't live stream from my library. So I have to have stuff ready, like I got a few here, but
yeah, Kick-Ass Volume 2, 100% agree with it. I loved Kick-Ass Volume 1 by Mark Miller. And then Volume 2, I don't
remember exactly, but I remember liking it a lot less. I do have both, but
there's a lot less to like in it.
Yeah.
The issue with Miller's Wolverine is that he stole the plot from a Claremont interview. I did not know that.
Well, you know what? If you're going to steal an X-Men related idea, who better to steal from?
Steal from the best.
You could say that the entire Grant Morrison New X-Men run was just a retelling of Chris Claremont plot ideas. I mean, come on. It's almost directly reworking of all of that. And I love that run, don't get me wrong. But there's very little that happened there that didn't already happen.
I've only read the quote about... Oh, yeah, Scott Snyder's... Well, Scott Snyder, he can be a little hit and miss. Not all of his stuff hits with me or other people. He's written a lot of stuff I love, though. I mean, I loved his Batman and a lot of other things that he's written.
I don't think I've read any Snyder, but I'm less of a DC guy than you are, for sure.
Yeah. This annoys Lars. When it comes to Marvel, telling the same stories for the last 60 years, same S word, new wrapping. Oh yeah, Miller's Spider-Man stuff was good. Interestingly, he portrayed Goblin as a loser just before he was made the big bad for all Marvel. Well, thanks for spoiling it for me, Freddie. I haven't read it yet.
See, I haven't
Jameis-
read it since it came out, so I don't remember the details. But
JMS Spider-Man is modern to me, better than the current ASM.
I love the JMS Spider-Man. Warts and
Okay,
all.
wait. Next Imaginaut has a long thing he's going. It's true. You guys do understand. You vibe with each other, Hayden. Yeah. You can also post the book. Kristen, listen to this. You can also post the book you have for sale in the Omnidogs Vault Discord. We have a buy, sell, trade channel. You could list all of it in there. You have to, I guess she has to join, but there's an outlet for you. The relaunch era. DC rebooted then too.
But if you go back through the decades, the generations, there's relaunches just scattered throughout both Marvel and DC for the last 45, 50 years. I mean, it's just a thing that happens.
I waited until he was finished, so let's see what Next Imaginaut has to say. I'm drafting a long post for that Evergreen debacle. What? Vid's post about a much more feasible approach to that entire publishing proposal. But my short thoughts your choices is that we're spot on with all those choices. And for several reasons, they all deserve to demand inclusion within a much more feasibly larger and more multifaceted evergreen list. Just thank you for that, Next Imaginaut. I appreciate that. And I don't ever think, first of all, I do not, to the best of my knowledge, Very Fine is not going to send that list to Marvel. Those evergreen things were Peter M's idea, so we could all fight on air and make fun of each other. But also,
I think that's all going to be mostly determined by economics beyond our feelings, wouldn't you say? I mean, really.
Yeah, the point of those videos was we wanted to show the books we love and introduce new books to new readers possibly, but really it was to have like a steel cage fight death match that Peter wants. Right. And that's what that was. We all laughed so hard, and just looking at Omar as we booted Uncanny X-Men, I don't see how that's not a viral meme. It was amazing, and it was funny. We all just had so much fun. I love everybody. I love all those people there. I consider them, even though I've only met Omar in person, but I consider those people really good friends. I consider Peter M a really good friend, but those videos are specifically for us to have fun and argue. And just, I mean, that evergreen list, it is what it is. It's not an official thing. That wasn't one of Omar's Marvel videos. It was just like for his channel to have fun. So there's nothing official about those videos. They're just so we can talk about books and beat up on each other. Marvel Unleashed is Kyle Stark's book with bats in it. The greatest character, I think. Did Aaron invent bats? Who out there knows about the ghost dog bats? That's so funny. I feel like that was in Aaron's, but it may have been before Aaron's. Oh, have you read that? His Doctor Strange? I'm sorry. If I said something else, I meant his Doctor Strange. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, there won't be an HC. They're not making hardcovers anymore. Dad. Yeah, Kentucky seems to be where every modern comic fan lives. Every time I talk to somebody, they're in Kentucky or Indiana. It's like the Midwest is nothing but comic fans. Yep. Pet Avengers and Peacemaker. An older Pet Avengers got an OHC, so it's possible Kyle gets one. Okay, wait, what? Pet Avengers got an OHC? Is it called Pet Avengers?
I think
Why
so.
do I not have that OHC in my collection? Tell me more, Freddie. Marvel Unleashed was awesome. I bought and read the digital single issues. Well worth it. Good. Yes, cat is okay. Your cat. It's their cat. Yes, cat okay. Just starting to pick up the IDW TMNT books in hardcover. They have been great so far. I will tell you that I read I've never seen the cartoon or the movies, or do I know? All I know is they were mutant turtles that loved pizza, and I think Geo was the one, and Tyler Blunt encouraged me to read them, and I read 1 through 12. I loved them all. They were really well written, really well drawn, and they were really fun. I dug those books. We could all work with the Marvel Modern Epic line as an objective demarcation. Solved? I think that's what we're getting instead of hardcovers now. That was a lot of big words. Yes, you are loyal. Send them to me. Do it now. Okay. Giveaway on the Discord. Random giveaway. Loyal. Sometimes I'm not here, but I do try and make it every show. Hey, I like free books here. Well, you're in Canada, though. The thing is you get free books, but you have to pay for shipping. Within the US, that's only going to be $10 or less. Canada? Not so much. I don't know. You could do a bit of both. Random. Giveaway right now. Omnidog live auction. No, I can't sell these books. They were given to me for overviews. That is unethical, in my opinion, to sell books that were given to me free. I'd much rather give them to people that want them. Although I could auction off my own books. I'll think about that. When upper management tells me it's time to sell, I'll consider that. Probably random giveaway over the course of different streams. The real ones say now. Do a giveaway, but don't title it right as a giveaway. Then let the loyal in Discord now. But title it as a giveaway. Then I also have stuff to give away. So if you're looking to recruit annoying co-hosts, my co-hosts are not annoying. My co-hosts are awesome, and so are you, Freddie. You will be on the. I will have you on the Baturdays list. This is going to be good. This is a good challenge you gave me to not repeat. There's a bunch of people I can have on.
I mean, until you've exhausted the pool, but you could see how long it could go would be fun.
That would be fun. That sounds like fun. Mystery giveaway during each show. Screw those vultures. Even if I rarely able to see your shows live, I'd still vote for secret giveaways during shows. Overseas loyal people too. Yes, I know. And the problem there, I know how far away you are, Steve, and it's going to be shipping is the problem. But I dig your picture.
It really complicates things.
Yeah. Melanie likes your shirt.
Thank you.
Take some put aside for planned giveaways, then do random giveaways. Have the best of both worlds. Okay, good. Long giveaways are very fine. Don't want a copy of him. What the heck are you talking about? I did a giveaway last year. Come on. Everybody gives away unless they're selling them. Sent you the only worthwhile thing from Ultimatum besides Spidey Requiem.
Well,
what did
it does have a lot of great art in it. I mean, you got David Finch throughout a lot of that stuff. And that is really good. Super detailed David Finch art.
Except that it's very icky, apparently, right? Freddie, where did you send it?
There's moments.
Moments. Miss Walker, my Black Cat Omnibus, Harley Quinn Omnibus Volume 1, and Justice League Dark New 52 Omnibus got here. And you and Bar were the 1,000% right with Harley. Super fun and awesome so far. Mistwalker, yes. Wait, no, this. We'll give you this. Come on. Where are you? Do I have to show it right in front of the camera? There we go. And then we'll get confetti too for Mistwalker. Yay! I'm so glad you're happy, Mistwalker. That makes me super happy because those are 3 of my favorite books. And if you dig JLD New 52, you will love JLD Rebirth. AS, watching you guys on a plane over the Atlantic now. The ads that get pushed are hilarious. I think this last one was an Icelandic election ad. Where are you? Where are you going, AS? Where was your takeoff and where are you going to be landing? Steve, got to go back to work. Send me your Superman goodies.
Yeah, Jess, did you ever think we would live in a time where not only would we be talking to all these people, but they would be all over the world, you know?
Yeah. Australia,
Really
New
something,
Zealand.
really something. Yeah.
Lars is from Norway. I think Steve is from Australia, I think. Johnny's from Finland. Well, Jess is definitely my son's internet uncle, and I believe Jess and I settled on internet cousins a while back. But does that mean Larry's an internet cousin as well? It's up to you.
I guess so, because I think we figured out that Johnny's older than we suspected. I think he's between my age and your age. Isn't that what we found out? He mentioned it once in the chat.
Oh, I didn't know that. He is? He's between your age and my age? Johnny, how old are you?
So.
How old are you, dude? Lars says, I think your viewers really would appreciate a stream with multiple hosts. And for those just there to get books, how many of them would there be? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of doing both. That might be fun. Doing a big stream with different co-hosts and then also doing secret giveaways.
Pop-up giveaways.
Yeah. Pop-up giveaways. I just told Jess, Remender, Spencer, and Coates Cap were all expanding on ideas, side plots Brubaker used. Yes. Is that what? Where are you coming from with that? Was that just mentioned somewhere? I think.
Yeah. Johnny just posted down at the current chat, and he says, I'm 60 on Valentine's Day, 2020.
Whoa, dude. I had no idea. I thought you were 30.
He's exactly between us because I'm 55.
Yeah. And I turned 65 in March.
Yeah. So he is exactly spanning the generation.
Wow. Okay, wait. Freddie sent me. Oh, there's Ultimatum. Oh, originally sent a link to Pet Avengers there. Okay, wait. This is. Okay, Magneto sitting on a throne with Mjolnir. Ultimatum. Whoa, David Finch. Yeah, he is a good artist. Okay. I'm older than paint. Okay, wait. I gotta get let's let me.
Sorry, I messed you up, didn't I?
No, not at all. I do that all the time. I'm not joining Discord with Peace and Love. No worries.
You know, they need to have a marker that we can like click in these, so then we can easily return to where we were if we slide up and down the timeline.
Well, they kind of do. They have that star there that I could do. They have a star that you can star. You're going to forget. I didn't. Well, you're right. I've already forgotten what you said. I didn't spoil what happens at all. Well, established, even if I told you what Miller does with Normie, you wouldn't believe me. I don't even remember what book we're talking. Oh, Spider-Man by Miller.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Razor, I think Larry's more of a Marvel guy.
I mean, I pick up some Batman here and there and some Catwoman, and if it's up, sometimes I'll pick something up if it's a one and done and it's in a nice format with a great artist I like, then I'll pick it up. Like I got the Catwoman One Bad Day, and I love that, and I got the Lonely City one, and I love that. So
Lonely City was so good.
I don't pick them all up just out of hand, but occasionally I'll dip onto the wrong side of the road, the wrong side of the tracks.
Let's start. We'll randomly throw in what annoys us,
Okay.
because that was the title of the show. But we won't do a big long segment, because then everybody leaves. They'd rather us talk about our lives or something. And my cat.
Okay. Okay.
So what's your first thing that annoys you in collected editions?
Okay. Probably the number one for me is, well, it's kind of two-part, but the lack of page numbers. And sometimes they have page numbers, but more often they do not.
Mhm.
So then you have no point of reference where you can talk to someone who's also reading and say, hey, did you see what happened on page 36 or 154? No, you can't do that. And then to add insult to injury, sometimes they give the credits for everything. They list everyone who worked on it at the beginning, but they don't tell you where it occurs. So, you have an 800 to 1,000 page volume. There's an army of artists. There's 12 artists on it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That happened on in Hickman's FF Omnibus Volume 1, and I did a review of that. And in my reviews, I go into a little bit of depth about the art, and I like to show scans from the book.
Yeah.
And I want to credit that every time I do that. I'm pretty good about that. If I put up a scanned page, I tell who did it,
Mm-hmm.
So oh my God, it took a lot of research. I had to pull up a listing of all of the issues and what the credits were, and then index that with where they occur in the book. And it was a mess.
This is why you're a better channel than mine. I would never do that. I would just say this art is pretty.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
When you got that many different diverse artists, I don't think it's all pretty, for one thing, but there's
yeah.
And I think it's a disservice to the artist too, to not
you can't be credited.
I mean, even if they put their name there, I think it's fair to say when it happens, like when you get to that break in the art, the guy's, the person's credit should be there. And often it was, because it's collected edition and they just removed it. And then you've got this blank box at the bottom of the page. Have you noticed that?
Where they have the credits.
Well, why remove it? You've got this blank box, just leave it in there.
Yeah.
I think that's a shitty way to do
it. Okay. My annoyance is not new, and everybody shares it. And it's not annoying as much as I think it's a big missed opportunity. And that is for DC to be trickling out and not even publishing. They have a deep back catalog. I mean, obviously Marvel was formed in 1961 or whatever, popular Marvel started with Fantastic Four in 61. So let's
what we know as Marvel, but
yeah. So before that, I mean, obviously DC goes all the way back to 1939. They've given us Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Now, you can print less copies of these if you want, but I mean, there's Golden Age Starman, there's Golden Age Spectre, Golden Age Flash, Golden Age Green Lantern. There's Plastic Man, All-Star, Dr. Fate, Spectre. That's just Golden Age. I'm not even talking about into the 50s where we break into the Silver Age.
And it seems like they could do that because, I mean, you've got Amazon with small publishing. You can do print on demand.
Yeah.
So you'd think a publisher as large as DC and Marvel could figure out a way to do that on a large scale, right? And figure out what the demand is and just say, okay, if you want this now,
well,
I don't know.
My understanding of that is that they base everything on pre-orders. That's why so many ROM books came out, because it was the biggest pre-ordered book in Marvel history.
I stopped doing pre-orders myself, partly on the counsel of the Comic Slayer, because she told me I could manage my money, my spending better. I mean, there were other reasons, but to just stop with pre-orders and just go IST on day of, or if it's something I'm afraid will go away, which of course she tells me that everything is reprinted now, so my FOMO is false. She counsels me on that every Saturday, the first Saturday of every month at our live stream together. So next week
I need to start watching
you can
that.
see that again. Yeah, sometimes it's amusing.
And then there's a wealth of Bronze Age DC stuff.
It's getting largely ignored, right?
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
the 68 through 74 period, which I always talk about for Batman and Superman, when they jumped straight out of being odd and weird and became relatable
See, I would
and
be interested
interesting.
in those Batman Omnis. I would probably start getting some of them if they would put them out. I mean, like you.
Yeah. So, and there's a ton of characters. You could base it on pre-orders, I guess, but they've been doing better now than they were. The fact that Phantom Stranger came out to me is a good sign that they actually did it. To have Phantom Stranger,
You FOMO'd me into that one.
Phantom Stranger?
Yeah. I haven't read it yet, but I have it. Yeah. You caused that.
I did. Okay. So it does sort of annoy me that I don't know. I really feel like they have a real wealth of interesting, well written. I mean, I love Wonder Woman Golden Age more than I like Batman and Superman, because I think the Wonder Woman Golden Age stuff is actually interestingly written. But then they give us that crappy bronze, I think it was the Bronze Age Diana Prince as a spy. Nobody liked that. Denny O'Neil himself said he wished he could go back and redo some of that, or even Denny O'Neil didn't like that. Nobody liked that book. There was nobody asking for that.
I would buy a DC and Marvel for that matter, but omnibus of Bronze Age canceled early titles to collect it together. You know, like Claw the Unconquered.
Oh yeah,
Claw,
you do like.
Yeah, and Star Hunters. I mean, there was a whole bunch of them. You know, where they just brought out this series. It lasted 8 to 12 issues, and then it was gone. You know, and they both did it. And I've read singles of these, and I think they're really fun. Some of them are just ridiculous, but I get a kick out of it.
So yeah, I'm gonna stop because everybody knows that I feel that way, and it's not new. But T asks, are anyone of you looking to pick up the Conan Omni reprints from Titan this year if they actually come out?
I didn't miss any of them when Marvel did it, but I would definitely like to see the Savage Swords continue. And the first one is supposed to be coming up eventually. I thought it was this year. The first one that continues after Marvel stopped. Because I would like to go ahead and buy all of those. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I sold all my Conans, but I think I regret selling Conan with Barry Windsor Smith art, and I think it's Roy Thomas writing the first volume.
Yeah.
I would rebuy that because I regret selling that. That's a good. Yeah, it is good stuff. I agree with this. Brubaker's entire Cap run should be absolutely evergreen.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, okay. Omar is not sending that to Marvel. Also, that's not his job or anything. Yeah, to make lists to send to Marvel. Good. Okay, we have a very high level source from Very Fine Condition.
There you go.
What are your three Marvel? What would your three Marvel evergreens be?
I've thought a little bit about it. 3 is almost impossible, you know, but I can give you 4 or 5.
Sure.
Well, I mean, some of them are kind of obvious, at least to old school fans, but the first Silver Surfer Omni, I think, has to be there. Probably the FF Volume 1, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 for sure.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, yeah. To me, that's a modern classic that's probably just going to be timeless now, you know?
Yeah. I haven't heard anyone ever say anything bad about Ultimate Spider-Man.
I mean, even with Bill Jemas on board for the first handful of issues there. Even Bill Jimmis couldn't ruin it. And, and then Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. Of course.
Uncanny. Okay.
Yeah. Daredevil by Frank Miller, of course.
Okay. You have one more.
I got one more. How many have I done? 4?
4.
The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one.
Okay.
I think that needs to stay there. Yep.
Good choices. I wouldn't argue with any of them. Oh, it was Donny Cates that invented bats. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Doctor Strange. Wait a minute. Oh, Donny Cates right here. Oh, I'm like Kristen. Yeah. Okay, so 381. This is also great. Cates wrote a really issue 381. Okay, how the heck am I going to get to that? Let's see in this hardcover. 381, first issue. Okay, good. Okay, where's Bats? There's Zelma and Mephisto. No, Loki. Jane Thor.
I think you might have passed it, but Nick pointed something out earlier that the secondary mutations in Morrison's new X-Men.
There's Bats.
Oh, that's cute.
But then he ends up a ghost dog and still loyal to Doctor Strange. I forgot how good Donny Cates' run was too. So secondary mutation on Morrison's run
was definitely an original thing. And and I as soon as I said that a while ago, I thought, well, except for the secondary, I didn't say it, but I thought of it. But yeah, I have to give him that. That's completely original, I think, as far as I can tell. And I've read a lot of X-Men. And I loved the run. I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't like the Corday art that was the fill-in through there. I think that really
nobody does. Yeah,
that held the brakes on it for me. But yeah, I enjoyed that whole run. But I also see that it's very derivative of Claremont. But I'm not sure anyone could write the X-Men without being derivative of Claremont. I mean, it almost seems like an impossible task unless you're just going to make characters and But
well, this is good. February 6th, Question Volume 2 drops. That's a good sign from DC. No, I know the first TMT one is a classic. I know I need to see it, but I know I need to see it. There's a few Pet Avengers hardcovers, and you can still get them relatively cheap. I think Freddie sent me a link in Facebook. Let's see if we can get Freddie. Curious to see how the rebooted Rob, welcome. How the rebooted IDW TMNT turns out. Jess, if Barr wins anything, ship them to me and I will mail them to her. Okay. Wait, no, that's Josh Greathouse's. Freddie, this is proof that it exists. Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers hardcover. Okay. Wow. I want this. Who's in these? Okay. Let me try and blow it up. Well, there's no bats, but there's Throg and a bird and Lockheed and Lockjaw.
Red Wings there. Yeah.
Is that Red Wing? Who's the cat?
Is that the one from Captain Marvel? Carol Danvers?
Goose?
Is it? I don't know.
Is that Goose?
It could be Goose.
Okay, yeah, I am totally getting this. How did I not know about Pet Avengers? That is so my jam, as the youth say. Oh, this one's a little skanky and it's got some serious shelfware in the bottom. Okay, thank you, Freddie. I will start researching it and buying it now. Super secret 3 a.m. Omni giveaway show. We who are overseas will simply just pay for the shipping. You say that now, but when I did the big 7,000 subscriber giveaway, I had 5 overseas winners. All 5 of them ghosted me. when they found out it was like 60 or 70 bucks to ship them the books.
Yeah, that's rough. It's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Our hobby is heavy in so many ways.
Yes. OAS is going from Houston to London and watching us. That's awesome.
That is very cool.
And here's something for you, Larry. Thank you for your video on Hulk Omni Volume 2. I'm now eBay tracking the Hulk Epic Volume 4 after your highlight of the Trimpe art he'd inked himself.
Awesome. You are welcome. Thanks for
There
watching.
you go. You're an influencer. Nice. So what annoys you guys? Yeah, we started. Okay, Daniel. Ooh, here's a tough one. I've never read a Marvel comic besides Vision by King. Top 3 suggestions to start.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
I agree with that.
By Bendis.
That's my first pick too. Ultimate Spider-Man.
If he likes the darker stuff, like some of the Netflix shows, maybe then Daredevil by Miller, by Frank Miller, could be a good one.
Okay.
Or even the Daredevil by Bendis wouldn't be a bad place to start either. That's set in a little more modern era, but you know.
Yeah. I would go with that too. Bendis wrote a great Daredevil, and Brubaker followed it up great.
Yeah.
And my third pick, even though it's not Black Cat, I still love it, would be Silver Surfer by Slott and Allred.
Yeah, it's pretty great. If he likes the Punisher character, or he thinks he might, then the Garth Ennis Punisher books, great stuff there.
You
and
writing
there's
this
a lot of
down,
other great runs
Daniel?
more recently, I think. So,
what X-Men book would you recommend to him to start?
Well, I mean, naturally, I want to say the Claremont Uncanny stuff.
Yeah, no, that's
that
not
is
the
going
right
back
answer.
away. It is going back away.
That's totally not the right answer.
Yeah. I'm not sure there is a really good answer for that, though.
I'll say Astonishing X-Men.
Yeah, there you go. I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Good.
And then
awesome.
once that hooks him, if he wants to delve back to Claremont and forward, yeah.
Okay, so we're just
that would be a good gateway book. Yeah.
Let's just keep going. What Hulk book would you recommend? Are you a Peter David fan, or is
I've read the first Peter David Omni, and I don't know, I like it a lot, but that's when he first takes it over, and the first so many issues are him kind of killing off old plot lines, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that would be a good entry point either. The Bruce Jones stuff I don't think has been collected yet. Well, but that might be a good one.
I'm going to go She-Hulk by Dan Slott. That's my favorite She-Hulk run. Although the current She-Hulk by Rainbow Rowell is great. We can just keep naming.
The FF by Mark Waid might be a good. I was
just going to say that. You're 100% right. We totally agree. FF by Mark Waid. That would be great, Daniel.
That would work well.
Yeah. I liked
the JMS Spider-Man would probably work really well too.
Oh, Kristen and I reviewed that, and we hit the brick wall of the sins of the past storyline.
That occurs really late in that run, though. You know.
Yeah, but it stopped us from finishing the rest of the run.
But you should though. It's so worth it.
We hit a brick wall.
It's such a blip. There's 2 blips there.
It's a major blip, though.
It's a big blip. It's yeah.
Once it comes back into print, the Ms. Marvel omnibus, she's a great character. Let's see what else here. If you like Deadpool, there's a lot of good Deadpool books, but there's a couple crappy Deadpool books. Deadpool and Cable is really good. Okay, we've gone way past 3, so I'm just going to throw in Black Cat, Captain America by Brubaker. You can't not read that.
for sure. I'm with
As
you
a-
there.
Yeah, as a comic fan, you just have to
And
read
I
that.
think if I remember right, and it's been a while since I read it, but I think he gives enough background that I think someone could probably jump in there and cold and figure it out.
Oh, I
Don't you
did
think?
jump in cold, and
You weren't well versed in Captain America okay. See, I was.
I
but
mean, I knew who he was, and I read
you need
him
the
back in the
basics.
70s with Falcon, but I didn't know modern Cap at all.
Right. But he may not know any of that, possibly. But even still, I think you could do. I think he gives enough flashbacks and sort of fills you in the way it should be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I will. Okay, I'm gonna go trade paperback. Kelly Thompson's Captain. No. What am I saying? Kelly Thompson's Black Widow is getting like a complete collection. So if you don't want to buy those 3 trades, but that's a great Black Cat one. And then Mark Waid wrote a great Invisible Woman comic trade that stars Sue Storm as a secret super agent spy teaming up with Black Widow, and it's got Adam Hughes covers. Oh my gosh, what if it had Adam Hughes art? Then it'd be the perfect book. Mark Waid and Adam Hughes. Okay, sorry. I would recommend those. Let's see what else. You could always. I haven't finished it yet, but I've loved Thor by Aaron. That's one of my goals this year is to read.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet either. I've read the first Omni, but not the
Yeah,
second.
I need to.
don't have
That's
the
about
second
what I've read. I need to finish that run because that's really the only Thor I've actually cared about. Although I did order the JMS Thor because I heard, and Gillen, I heard that's really great, so I ordered that. They need to reprint Superior Foes of Spider-Man because that's a fun book. Wait, what question did Hayden ask earlier that Melanie thinks is such a good question? Oh, Pet Avengers. Wait, that wasn't a question. Oh, what annoys you guys? Okay, yeah. Start topic, then do giveaway. The real ones will get them. This is a good point. I wish Marvel had ribbons.
I wish everyone had ribbons.
I do too. Ribbons for everyone. Yeah.
Just wonderful.
No page numbers. No page numbers and no issue numbers or titles. Where am I? What am I reading? There are plenty of books out there that don't have the covers where the
or they put them all at the back. They put them all at the back.
Yeah, if I'm reading
why
a
they're
book,
doing this,
and
right?
yeah.
Oh, and this is something that annoys me, but let's talk about that.
Yeah.
They're doing this because they want it to appear sophisticated. They want to try to emulate an original graphic novel. So they don't want these breaks in there because then it reveals their source that they came from individual issues. And I say, just embrace what you are. Why are we pretending, right? You know what I mean? I don't like this closeted comic book reading. You know what I mean? I only buy original graphic novels. You know, that's what that's about. You know,
I didn't even know that. I
think so. I think that's it.
Well, I'm with everybody. You have to. If you're gonna not give me page numbers, at least give me the original issue art or a variant with it. But give me the cover before the break before the next issue starts. That's
I think they're trying to appear to be something that they're not. That's what I think.
I feel like I've only run into that a little bit though. Do you feel like it's rampant, or do you feel like there's too many of them?
I think it's pretty common.
I
mean, and it isn't always all of it. Like sometimes they'll put the covers in, but then of course there's no credits and there's no page numbers. I think it's all sort of related, you know.
Yeah, I think we want consistency. Yeah. The older Silver Age Omnis usually have page numbers, but nothing modern.
Yeah, see, that kind of plays into that. It's almost like they're trying to say, okay, we all know these were old comic books, so we're going to give you the full experience. You get the cover, you get the letters, pages, you get the page numbers. But then when we collect something more modern, we're going to pretend that it didn't come from that, you know.
Yes, of course you do, Melanie. You're a smart person. And we want ribbons. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
DC doesn't have that MCU money. DC has plenty of money. The problem is
Yeah.
they're run by Warner Brothers, that's owned by Paramount or something. AT&T, DirecTV.
Yeah,
they don't.
it's big. It's big enough.
They have
look
money.
Look at DC's publishing line though. Their Omnis have better paper, almost always printed in Canada, so it's more consistent printing quality. You know, Marvel's is overseas from 2 or 3 different sources, so it's just constantly in flux. You don't know what you're going to get. So I don't know how they do it. I don't know why Marvel can't, you know, get more consistent printing, but.
So what happened with Omni's like FF Silver Age stuff? Not only does it have page numbers, but they leave the page numbers for each issue's pages on there.
I think it's because of the source material. Often the artist penciled it in sometimes. In some cases, that's what you're seeing. But
oh yeah, this is I'm reading Department of Truth, and they have covers in between there. But so is that a real problem? No covers in image books. Yeah, I don't know. I focus mostly on DC and Marvel. I didn't think about other companies' publishing issues.
see, like this book I just finished is the Moorcock Library Multiverse, and this actually collects a couple of minis from the 90s, and they show the cover a couple of times in between, and then some of them they skip.
They skip.
But they don't. They yeah. Like here, between 2 issues, they don't have the cover, but they do keep the credit boxes and all of that are there, which is very nice. And the paper quality is really good.
That's good.
So it's, you know, you were saying a long time ago that you've made peace with DC and their standard size hardcovers.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, I haven't. You know, I'm actually starting to mellow to it now. And these Titan hardcovers, I think, are breaking me in there because they're really nice, even though they're standard size. So.
Oh my goodness. It's Saturday and I haven't done the collected editions show. Son of a gun. Okay, wait. I need to write myself a note. Just a sec. I got to get a hold of Chris. Collected editions show. So, wait. Let me just look at my calendar real quick. Oh, good. 31st is January. So we can still do it next weekend. Okay, good. Sorry. Small crisis in Omnidog's universe, but it's okay. I mentioned my grievances with Marvel, but I'm really thankful for is the diversity of comics we are given now. Amen.
So
DC
much being printed. Yep.
Ambush Bug Omnibus, please. Yes, I stopped pre-ordering too, and I only plan to buy for my ST. And OPB. Come on, what are we doing here? There we go. Okay, back to the comics.
It's good to have a couple of great choices, though. You know, for retailers.
Yeah. Let's see. I hate Silver Age DM covers. Get the true art inside the book. Why doesn't Kirby book have a Kirby cover? Okay. I would love to read Warlord, Sergeant Rock, The Losers, all the Westerns. This is going back to DC. Speaking of Westerns, why do we not have an omnibus of New 52 All-Star Western and what predated it, Jonah Hex? All those trade paperbacks are out of print now.
Why do we not have a Warlord omnibus? What's going on there? There should be like 3 of them, right?
I don't know Warlord, so I can't speak to that. I'll
Well,
let you and
Mike
Josh
Grell
carry that.
creation. It's a Mike Grell creation. Sword and
Hmm.
Sorcery. It's set in the
Okay.
DC universe though. It's great.
Great Palmiotti and Justin Gray writing on all of that. Jonah Hex All-Star Western. All-Star Western was a New 52 book that worked. People would buy that because they like Jonah Hex, and when it's well written.
Yeah, I'd probably be interested in that. You know, in a good oversized something. Yeah.
Batman by Dini Omni is missing one cover from Streets of Gotham because it doesn't have Batman on it. That gave me a chuckle. Speaking of annoyed, Freddy's annoyed at the lack of letter pages, unsure why modern omnis exclude them. It's so fun seeing writers pop up with the most ridiculous debate. Where do the Silver Age Marvel omnis generally carry the letters pages? I felt like they
yeah,
do.
I think so. I think most of them do. Yeah, the Hulk ones do. Both of those have them.
Okay,
Volume 1 and Volume 2. I think the FF ones do, and the Spider-Man. Yeah, I think they all do.
I also feel like it would be fun to include letters pages like all the time. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Browse the damages the day after release day, and you can sometimes find that just out book for 60% off. I just missed the pre-order cutoff date for Marvel's 1964 Omnibus coming out next month. Hope to get the DM variant one for your 60th birthday. That's right. You told me that.
See, I would probably buy a 1968 one if they have it for my birthday here.
Well, I can't buy a 1959 one. I mean, who
It
were
would be
they?
possible.
Yeah,
Timely, I guess.
Timely, yeah.
Yep.
I used to pre-order from CGN, but it's up to $9. Shipping is hard to swallow. IST hard to beat. Yep. Yeah.
I thought it was 10. I thought it was $9.95. Is it $8.95?
I don't know.
It's been a while since I ordered from them, though. So
yeah. Well, you get free shipping 4 books or more at organic price books. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm currently collecting all the Brew and Phillips books in hardcover. Question. Which is your favorite Brew Baker and Phillips book?
Boy, that's a rough question.
That is a rough question.
I like Fatale a lot. So
I do too.
That might be up there. I have the 2 giant hardcovers and love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, because it's a really good mix for me because it has that fantasy element that I like,
right?
Coupled with the regular crime noir. Yeah, I think it's a really good mix.
I think now that the Reckless books have come out, my first answer was going to be the Fade Out because I really love that book.
I love that too.
But I think those Reckless books are really special. So I think I'm going to pick Reckless.
It's hard to go wrong, I think. It's
yeah, with all his stuff. You're right. With all their stuff. Also, if you're a fan of Brubaker and Phillips, that Texas Blood by Condon and Sean Phillips.
Yeah, that sounds good. It looks good.
It's really good. You can read that test it out on Hoopla. That's where I tested it out, and I ended up ordering all 3 trades.
And where did you learn about this Hoopla?
The same place I learned about T-Dragon Society.
Okay.
And Tilly Walden.
Right.
That would be your daughter, the Comic Slayer. Yep. And Taylor, the Minister of Comics, was a big Hoopla. Both my early co-hosts.
Okay.
Yeah, both my early co-hosts banged the drum on Hoopla. That's where we all read that terrible Downriver People that Sunday, the 3 of us.
I remember that review.
We read it on Hoopla and we just didn't know what was happening. That was so funny. Canceled early omnibus is genius. You call it the canceled early.
Yeah, I would buy that. I would buy it. And a lot of it is just fabulous stuff, like DC Sword of Sorcery series. That had the Fafford and the Grey Mouser, the early
okay.
Walt Simonson art. That was in there. There was some early Howard Chaykin in there. So yeah, that good stuff.
That's actually, I like that idea. That's actually a good
And
idea.
even some of the stuff that wasn't good is still just really fun, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my DC books to see if there's something else I want. They have put out a lot of good stuff. It's funny that I want more because I actually don't have room for more. Okay. New Krypton. New Krypton needs 3 Omnis today. That series was good. I liked it. Did it go on too long? Maybe. But come on. I have the most jumbled up hardcover, standard hardcover and paperback thing of those books that's just crazy. Yeah, come on. What are you doing, DC? Give me yeah, whatever I said. I already forgot what I said. What did I say? Oh, New Krypton. Come on. Skipping issues for stuff that won't get reprinted anywhere else. Okay, not by the main creator's main story. Put it in the book. Just annoying.
Yeah,
Savage
it's a little
Sword,
annoying.
Volume 9, Accord coming in June.
Yeah, I think I have that on my list. Let me look.
Hey, Kenny, what DC books would you consider evergreen? You know,
Yeah,
that's
June 2nd.
June 2nd for Savage Sword 9.
Well, I've got July 2nd, so maybe that got pushed, or maybe my list is wrong. So,
you know, Kenny, I think Omar wants to do a DC Omni Evergreen list, and the tough thing, actually, this is where DC is doing a good job. They have so many books already that are evergreen. I mean, I can't say things like Watchmen and Dark Knight and Batman Year One.
is that the only thing DC is doing good in their collective department? Is they do keep a lot of things in
well,
print.
they are pumping out more Omnis than before, so that's
and
good.
the nice Canadian printing with the great paper. I got to go
with the better paper. Yeah. But they do keep in print an awful lot of stuff, and it's not just the classic stuff like Watchmen and Year One, but there's a lot of current Wonder Woman stuff that they're keeping in print. There's wait, I just got done with the Sergeant Rock book, and they have the essential editions, which means so they keep Hellblazer. Some of that Hellblazer they keep in print. Stardust, Nice House on the Lake is considered essentials. Dark Knights of Steel, DC versus Deceased, and DC versus Vampires. That's good. I don't. Injustice, Gods Among Us. Good. I do. What? I don't. I got sent a book, and I don't know what it is. Ruby / Justice League. RWBY. Is that like a role playing game or something?
No idea.
That's in the giveaway pile. I can promise you that. I don't even know what Ruby is. It sounds like Ruby Roo. Where is? Oh, here it is. Does anybody know what this is? This is just a random book that got sent to me. Meet the Justice League of Remnant. The DC universe and the world of RWBY collide.
No idea.
What? Well, it's written by Marguerite Bennett. She's actually a pretty darn good writer. Ooh, the art's nice. It's kind of it changes a little bit. No, I don't know. Maybe it's Rooster Teeth. It's almost manga-y looking, sort of.
Didn't look too bad though.
No, it's actually really clean, clear lines, which I like, and the colors are nice. But I don't. Is this?
Looks like some good inking.
Yeah. What is Ruby? Same as Jess. I need those early Conans back. And man, I hope we get Conan Omni Volume 11, King Conan Omni Volume 2 and 3. I also hope Titan finishes reprinting Dark Horse King Conan. Marvel
Interesting.
was
It brings up volume 11. That would be going past the original series because 10 collected all of the original series. But there has
okay.
been a few minis that were original and then, you know, one shots and things that came out, I guess, in the 90s and later. I guess that's what we would get in a volume 11 if we got one.
All of the Tomasi books need to be evergreen. Just saying. Oh, and I never answered Kenny's question. Sorry, Kenny. Okay, so the problem is, so I'm gonna have to pick something modern, like I think, like recently, to keep in print because they keep their classic line constantly going, and I don't have. Well, I only have DC Omnis in this room, and apparently they've decided to always keep Super Sons printed, adding more and more every time. Eventually, it's going to be a block long.
I just got a 15-minute warning here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
15 minutes.
I mean,
that's
I could get into the chat then, but I'd have to turn my light and all this off.
Oh yeah, no, that's no problem.
I'd have to get off the cam. Yeah.
The only Omnis that need to be evergreen are the New 52 Omni, Rebirth Omni, and Marvel Now Omni. Hayden, are you trolling me? Okay, so 3 DC books that should be evergreen. Gosh, I'll say,
Yeah. For me, any that I would name are already pretty evergreen, you know, at least in different forms.
That's the issue. They actually do a good job of keeping some of these things in print. Batman
They just
Eternal.
don't have all of the stuff that should be in print is not in print. That's a problem.
Let me just say my other tiny annoyance here. What is the deal with no Superman books? There's so much. I just said New Krypton, but there's like
You mean missing
Omnis or any collected edition at all. There's tons of stuff that's could be reprinted. It's Superman. You get like $1 billion a year from his royalties. Where are the Superman books? I know you and Kristen don't like Superman. That's fair. I'm just saying for me.
No,
and
I recognize that it's an important seminal thing that should be in print, though. I mean, I get that.
Yeah, and there's blessedly little that we get. I don't, and I'm not talking deluxes or absolutes. Give me chunky omnis of Superman.
Right.
Superman. Remember him? Born in 1939.
The company, right?
Superman. He's just 20 years older than I am. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You don't seem that old, Jess. You don't seem that old. You know?
That's nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Superman, Peace on Earth for Evergreen. I thought you had to go back to work, Steve.
Well, are you that far? How far back is that?
Oh, no, well, he said it earlier. Oh my God, I'm a half an hour behind. Okay. They're also doing a Pet Avengers event this spring on Marvel called, Infinity Paws. I did see that. Thank you, Kenny. Throg, Red Wings, Zabby, Hairball. There's Lockheed, Lockjaw, Devil Dinosaur. Okay. I think the trade's coming out soon. I definitely want it. Mr. Walker, I haven't read enough to have top anything in comics so far, but I have read all of Ultimate Spider-Man. Good. Batman New 52 by Snyder. Good. And Flash by Manipool. Loved everything about those. Nice. No Goose. Goose and Bats were introduced later. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Should have known that.
If I win, may I proxy someone in the U.S.? Yes. Speaking of the heavy Immortal Hulk Omni being nearly 10 pounds should be illegal. I can't hold it up to read for too long. It is
I kind of wish they were all cut at like 800 to 1,000 pages. No thicker.
Oh, thank you, Sadsmurf, to help with shipping. Also in 616, Goose is called Chewy. Just added those Pet Avengers books to my library at Marvel Unlimited. Jess, what are your top 5 DC runs of all time? And Larry, what is your top 5 Marvel runs of all time?
It's going to give us a tough one. Okay.
Well,
I'd probably go with an easy choice, the Brubaker Cap run. That would be one. The Bill Sienkiewicz Moon Knight run would be one. Doug Manch, Bill Sienkiewicz. There's two easy ones. John Byrne's Fantastic Four would rank up there for me. Of course, Roy Thomas's Conan run. And of course, Claremont's X-Men run. So there you go. I don't know how many that was. That's probably 5 or close.
Yeah,
and I still didn't get them all. I mean, you got the Frank Miller Daredevil run. I mean, man, I could give you a top 20 easier than I could a top 5 probably.
Yeah. Top 5: Justice by Kruger and Alex Ross. Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. Let's see. I loved Planetary and Authority. Those are adopted DC from like Wildstorm.
Acquired. Yeah.
Yeah, they're acquired, but they're still DC, so I'm going to list them. So that only leaves me one more.
I like Steve Gerber's Defenders run, and of course his Swamp Thing and Howard the Duck. I mean, Steve Gerber was a force.
You mean Man Thing? Man Thing.
Man Thing. Sorry. Yeah.
And my 5th would be the Detective Comics by Tiny Onion Rebirth one. Oh boy, but I sure loved Superman. But was it Tomasi that wrote Superman? No. Wait, who did Rebirth Superman? No, Tomasi did. Okay, wait a second. I think Tomasi did do Superman. So it doesn't matter. Rebirth Superman. There we go. What up, Mr. Awesome? I mean, just look at Daniel Cohen's dog. He should be reading Doctor Strange by Cates. Yeah. Jess, is that Batgirl book behind you any good? Heck yes. This is Gail Simone. I've already read it 100 times, but it's why it's still in its plastic. Yeah. This is really good. You saw it on sale. I've always liked the character, but haven't read much DC Comics. Yes. This was a new 52 run that worked. This worked. I dug it a lot. That's why I have it face out. What up, Cage? Okay, good. Here's some wrestling talk. Okay.
Next, Imagine On had a multi-part thing about new X-Men, but
hey, you don't have Superior Foes of Spider-Man?
I do not. I have not read that.
Oh yeah, buy it from Kristen. That's such a fun book.
I'd have to read Superior first, though, right? So that would be
No. It has nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
It actually doesn't have anything to do with Spider-Man.
Wow.
It's like,
are they just capitalizing on the?
They call themselves the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, but they're 5 C-list criminals.
Oh, so it's more of a play on the Sinister Six, but it's the
dumb 5 or the inferior 5 or the dorky 5 and all the goof ups and stuff they get into. It's
okay.
Really
I think I remember you guys talking about it. You all reviewed it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember.
It's got really, really good art and the writing's strong. I would be shocked if you didn't like this book.
Okay.
It's so fun. Right. I agree with that 100%. Things that annoy me: blank pages, black or white pages, throw in art and better designs.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do that, I guess, for page layout purposes, but they could put something there. He's right. They could give us a pinup or something. I mean, I've seen that done a lot.
My cookie buddy Kane. Good evening, everyone. Just finished having late dinner with the fam. Good to see you. Glad you're here. When logos are removed from old covers, luckily they didn't do it as much now. Oh yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, that's a little irritating.
Oh, You'd like to see funny animal and comedy cartoon comics? That brings me to where is my Lois Lane Omni, my Sugar and Spike Omni, and my Jimmy Olsen Omni. Right. And my Bob Hope and my Jerry Lewis Omnis. Hey, OYP, what up? Okay. N-Man says, when I had the Walking Dead compendiums, there were no covers in between issues. They had the issues as long chapters. When I upgraded the Omni, same thing. Yeah, so they wanted it to read like one long story.
Yeah.
I actually never read those, but I understand. I kind of understand.
I have
that.
them. I have the deluxe hardcovers. There's 16 of them that get it all, and I'm pretty sure they did it the same way. And I didn't have
Annoyed.
the single, so yeah.
Annoyed. Fatale Volume 1, HC still not reprinted. Ha ha ha. I'll own Volume 2 because it was supposedly coming 3 years later. Has Fatale got a compendium or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that man, those are so good. Those big hardcovers too are great.
Yeah.
That's some of the best things in my collection, I think, is the Fatale.
I agree.
hardcover.
Yeah. All those hardcovers. And Kill or Be Killed. That's another good one. Criminal,
Yes.
Reckless, and Sleeper on my top 3. Yeah, it's hard to argue with those. I think the Super Sense Super Duper Omni is the version cover, and then on the back it has all the credits, etc. That to me is a great way to treat the cover's credits. Okay, yeah, I agree. Jonah Hex and Palmiotti and Gray was the Punisher in the Old West. It is absolutely the greatest hidden gem from its era. Chris gets it. Nice.
I would read that. I would buy that probably if it came out in something in a good.
I
good
think you.
oversize.
Yeah, pretty sure you would.
Yeah.
Thinking. Oh, this is a tough one, Razor. Thinking of reorganizing my collection. Do you all organize by publisher, series, or author? I did a whole when we first moved into this house. Back when we first moved in, I did 2 videos on help me organize my books. And
So I think I told you my method, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
I think I told you my method, but if it's a publisher, if it's a company owned title, then it's by the character or the group. But if it's a creator owned, then they go in their own section by author's last name. That's how I do it.
I found it easy to organize Marvel because it's omnibus, hardcover. There were a few standard hardcovers, but then it goes to trades or collected, editions. I'm not an epic collector. Peace and love. I just don't collect them. But Marvel was easy to organize by format and character alphabetically. That's what I did. DC is all over the place in my other room. They don't have, they just randomly put out deluxes. They put out, now they've got black label books, which are a different size. I've got oversized hardcovers for rebirth things. Then,
yeah, on my Marvels, I do put all my Omnis together, and all my galleries are in their own section. But then everything else, which is not that much, but trades that I still have and hardcovers of smaller sizes, they're all mixed together. I mean, they're all together, by character or group.
Yeah. So Razor, the way I did it was publisher, then alphabetically by character. And I tried to keep the format wise, all 3 formats. I stuck Marvel Omnis all together alphabetically. Same with the hardcovers. And now I'm working on getting my trades organized alphabetically from Marvel. But DC's you can't organize it by format. It's just not possible because you'd have Superman over there deluxe and then 2 trades where it's supposed to be stuck in between. I'm gonna give up on format for DC. It can't, if I want to do it chronologically in a way that I can read it, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Do you your creator-owned stuff? Do you put those by author's last name and title?
I
Like I do, or
try
do you have
to. I've got Remender and
and like a Lemire section, a big
yeah, I have a Lemire section, a Remender section, a Rucka section, and a
Brubaker?
Brubaker
Got
section. Um, uh, I'd have to go in the other room, but I do have, um, I do have, I think a couple other creators, but those were the main creators I did.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to bail. I've went over my 2 hour
Uh,
time here.
well, I'm glad you could join us here, Larry. And where can they find you on the internet?
It's Larry's Library on YouTube, and well, it's the same on Instagram. So yeah, that's mainly where I'll be. So yeah, I can take off, and I'll pop back in the chat after I turn some of this off.
Okay,
So,
great. Well, I appreciate your time, and it's great to have you. And you'll be back
yeah, thanks for
tomorrow.
having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, you'll be back tomorrow for book club at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Sergeant Rock and the Army of the Undead.
Yep.
Great to have you, Larry. Thanks for joining. I'll keep
Thanks for
going
having
for
me.
a little.
Appreciate it.
I'll go for another half hour. That's it.
Okay, I'll try to get back in the chat then.
Okay, great. Good to see you.
Bye.
Okay, wait. I thought I heard a cat by the door. Okay, so hey-o, peace and love. Annoying. Marvel doing just or first. Oh, digest side trades of stuff with regular size issues. I don't know what I was. Strange Academy. It came out in digest size. Oh, I know what I'm hearing. It's raining. I need to close that door. Freddie knows that I collected the Strange Academy in digest size. Then they've come out with bigger sized trades. I'm gonna have to give up and collect the digest sized or something. I don't know. I'm just happy I have the material, but yeah, it's kind of odd. Oh, RWBY is anime. RWBY is not anime. Is a not anime that they try to take off. It didn't well. DC trying to tap into the manga anime scene. Just a sec. I have to. RWBY is an American web anime series created by Rooster Teeth. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, I'll be right back. I can close the door because it's raining. I'm glad that cat's okay and not getting rained on right now. Okay. I have a coworker I'm trying to recommend a book to her. Her favorite flicks are Godfather 2 and 80s rom-coms. Struggling on crime, but maybe Rainbow Rowell's She-Hulk? It's a reboot of She-Hulk, so you can go in just knowing who She-Hulk is. I love Rainbow Rowell's She-Hulk. I mean, you could do that. Struggling on crime. Well, for crime, it could be any Brubaker. Gotham Central's great. You don't even have Batman. That's a great crime book. If she likes crime, you have. I say Brubaker and anything Brubaker and Phillips is my suggestion. That's the go-to for crime. Criminal. What did I miss? I was posting Bunka thirst traps to Discord. Is that what was going on? And even my boom operator that paid to meet the voices didn't want that JL crossover book. I'll put it in the giveaway pile to the prisoners that I'm taking books to. Then, okay. Superman, Tomasi Gleason for DC Evergreen. Yeah, it was Tomasi Superman. That's right. That's who I definitely like that a lot. I would keep Gotham Central in the Evergreen department. I agree with that. Hey, there's old Jake. What up, Jake? Trouble for the Marvel Evergreen list. We need more Superman and Super Family collected editions, DC. Get on its stat. Yes. 7 Soldiers should be Evergreen. I don't disagree with that, Jake. I'm baffled that there has never been a Superman by Jeff Johns Omni. And they're putting out an absolute, but I feel I've heard, I'm not going to get it, but I feel I've heard it's not complete. I'm not sure about that. Kenny, what do you know about the Superman Absolute? I agree with you, Doc. There definitely should be. And the movie has a relatively close release date. She should be seeing Omnis. Wait, what movie? What were we just talking about? Or did what? Triangle Omnis. Triangle Era Superman. Yeah. Yeah, the lack of Superman is crazy. Eric's Collectibles, welcome. Can't believe we don't have the Jeff Johns Superman stuff. The chat knows. You guys know, right? Yeah, we need more Superman. My biggest annoyance is not locating so many of my trades and then wondering if I actually bought them to begin with. I like up to 1,200 pages. 1,600 pages is cray-cray. Yeah. Who was it that mentioned earlier in the chat? Because I have a solution for you on really heavy Omnis. Actually, I'll just go get it. You guys need to get this. This makes Omni reading super easy. And I use it for all my books, even paperbacks, because it helps me read. This is for a laptop. See, you got a phone for your pocket for your phone. This is a laptop rest for your laptop rest. This holds comfortably 1,500 page Omnis that I read. I am reading Justice League International on it. I'm reading Ecstatics on it. I've read Gotham Central. I've read tons of big books on this thing. You just put it in your lap, plop the book on there, you're golden. That's what you guys need. The Evergreen Roundtable was hilarious, and I grant was certainly conceived as a bull session, but its premise was in response to a serious ongoing issue for the publisher and readers. Okay. Well, we all came up with a lot of good books we wanted to be evergreen. I'm not a Silver Age guy, but I'm so starved for Superman Omnis. I'm getting Silver Age 100%. I cannot wait to see what you think of it, Jake. This is the stuff I grew up on. I'm not even recommending it to anybody but me. They had a great opportunity for a new Superman Omni, but they released the Warworld Saga as a softcover compendium. Yeah. Yeah, but Superman looks like a hunk on that cover. Okay. Oh, I didn't say New Frontier. I have a top 10, top 17 list somewhere. Yeah, New Frontiers probably should have been in that. Yeah, okay, it was Tomasi. Reading Planetary right now. Can't believe you didn't say New Frontier. Yes, okay. Awesome. Going to put all 14 to 15 of those runs on the ever-growing list to get to eventually. Yes! Good for you, Mistwalker. And it would be disingenuous to pretend Marvel doesn't pay attention to these conversations or our informal focus. The issue in question is that Marvel... I don't know that you got the spirit of these. Does, in fact, practically need to institute an evergreen list of Omnis, one to accommodate audience frustration at many of the popular and usually superlative collections. Why do I get the feeling you're not done? You're not. Selling out fast and or becoming unavailable for years afterwards, even with those restocks and quicker turnovers now. Serial reprints of those books hogging up both many of the highest spots and large swaths of the reprint polls, and to accommodate the enormous number that already exist and that have come to exist. It simply isn't feasible for Marvel to proceed with the intent of maintaining and further expanding their publishing strategy for the Omni line without either doubling the reprint poll. Oh, next Imagine, what are you doing to me? Okay, no. I'll get to you. This is way too long. Next, I don't think you got the spirit of the thing. It was supposed to be fun, and we got 12. We initially had 12 books that could be evergreen that everybody agreed on. We had 19 books that we all thought should be evergreen. If Marvel wants to look at that list and find 19 books that need to be evergreen, those were our choices. Then we did a hack and slash match where we got it down to 10, but they don't have to just choose from 10. If they're actually paying attention to those videos, which Melanie just says Omar absolutely does not submit those to Marvel, but if they want to look at those, they can just start with the 19 we suggested. If they want a top 10, if they want a serious top 10, Very Fine's going to give it to him. He knows what's going on. He has his top 10 poll every year, and that's what they pay attention to, is that top 10 poll. You could get a top 10 evergreen poll from the readers. That's a suggestion if you want that, but that's not the purpose of those videos. And I think it's presumptuous of you to assume that it was not that it was a problematic premise. People know when the 5 of us, 6 of us get together, we're having fun, and we want to just have fun and give our book choices out to people that we are passionate about. I was so passionate that I got Academy Award music playing me off because I went on too long. Okay. Kane, my cookie buddy, I will figure out an organization system when I one day move. Until then, it's by title name, regardless of who publishes the book. So I have DC mixed in with Marvel, Boom, Image, etc. Whatever works for you, my cookie buddy. I like chronologically as much as possible. This sounds like an annoyance. The fact that Marvel chooses to use see-through paper for Omnis, but decent paper for their other editions. I genuinely want more character-specific Omnis, like a Scarlet Witch one that collects all her major appearances and story arcs would be an instant buy. I'd like a modern one that collects like her modern arcs. There's that James Robinson arc was good. Yeah. No Compendium of Fatale either. Okay. No. Yep. Rising Phoenix talking to each other. The book club is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. Jess, can you please publish a show schedule? I hate missing out on my Omnidog time. I get just FOMO. It's actually, well, I do have a lot of throw-in shows, but my set schedule is usually, for me, is usually just every other Saturday. And then I have the collected editions show and the book club show. So every other Saturday at 8 is Baturdays. Every other Saturday at 1 is Omnicat. And then I have the collected editions show and then book club. I mean, if you want me to publish that schedule and pin it or something in my community, I can try and do that. I think that's fine. Yeah, I can try and do that. I have the 2 Batgirl Omnis on my wish list. I do want to read them. Batgirl Burnside's good too. Yeah. Dark Horse not reprinting hardcovers is the worst. Especially with heavy hitters like BPRD. Ooh, Plague of Frogs. Yeah. Do. I live for organized chaos. Larry's Library. Oh, and here's Larry's Library Goodreads. That's good. Everybody's saying bye to Larry. He left just a little bit ago, so I'm starting to catch up. Wolf, see you tomorrow later. Tag me in, coach. No, I'm just going for 10 more minutes, buddy. Lots of people saying goodbye. See you later. Bye, Larry. Bye, Larry. Bye later. No. No, I have to get to bed early because these shows actually are starting to take a lot out of me. I can't do 4-hour shows anymore. Jess, do you read Red Sonja? Oh, look at that awesome Avatar picture. Is that what it is? Avatar? That's such a... I think I just got that comic. Is that comic down here? I just got that comic. That is a boss art term comic. What? Oh, Gail Simone's run. Yeah. Palmiotti and Connor just did a really good Red Sonja run. There's the Red Sonja Omnibus, but I haven't really read it yet. Wait, what's this Red Sonja? I think this is the Palmiotti and... Okay, these are two good books I can recommend, even though they're standard hardcover. I don't care. This is The Invincible Red Sonja by Palmiotti and Connor. I flipped through it. I haven't read it. The art is great. It's a little sexier than most, but I mean, this is the most you're gonna see. But Palmiotti and Connor and Palmiotti. I know this has to be good. They know the character. It's going to be good. I did an overview of 3 Red Sonja books, including Gail Simone, and this is a classic one. Red Sonja Omnibus, Frank Thorne. Yeah, Roy Thomas Bruce's Frank Thorne. This is more... Okay, wait. Let me finish with this one. It's a little trippier and not quite as bloody. Well, there's some fighting here. So yeah, I can recommend this one because it's by Palmiotti and Connor. No, I haven't read it, Peace and Love, but I did a video on it. This is more classic stuff. People tend to love this. I have not read this, so take this with a grain of salt. This is kind of Bronze Agey, but let me take this off so I can show it a little bit more. This is solid Bronze Agey stuff, but people love this book. So this is a book I would definitely... This is more classic Red Sonja. So maybe you want this one. Try this one. And then get back to me. Oh. This one has a ribbon. We like ribbons. Well, I just showed it. I thought it looked fine. It's different. It is different. Whoops. It's different, but I like it. Yeah, it's next Tuesday, Freddie. I will put it in the community tab, but it's February 6th. I am doing a show Friday, Tuesday, February 6th, 7 p.m. I'm doing a live reorganization of my X-Men books with Crushing Crisis live, organizing my X-Men books. It should be fun. The solicit says it as last son. This is Jeff Johns absolute, but it's wrong. Now you're a civilian. Johns to fill in issues during the low era that I fear DC will overlook in the John Superman Omnis if they ever happen. Oh, is this is the Jeff Johns one? Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, I'm not going to highlight that, Jake. That the super heavy Immortal Hulk Omni is a tough one to read for long periods of time because I usually hold them up. Yeah, but with this, you just set them down and you just read them like this. Everything's cool. Laptop pillow. This will help you with super heavy Immortal Hulk. I really, seriously. Whoop. That's a really good idea with a laptop rest. Nick gets it. Yeah, I got 2 of them. One for upstairs and one for down here. I am to do a series of discussion videos with my cousin Elmo about Brubaker's Reckless. Superman by Kurt Swan is a must read. I can't wait to get those Silver Age books. I agree. Matthew, welcome. I'm looking at Black Cat right now and planning to read it soon. If by soon you mean in the next 10 minutes, then good. That's when you need to start, Matthew. I agree. We need an absolute space age, absolute dead Earth, absolute up in the sky, and 100% absolute Superman Woman of Tomorrow. Superwoman. Did I say Superman? I meant Superwoman. What's happening here? Oh, you said women. Anyway, you're right about all that, Jake. Oh, yeah, the Marvel Evergreen List live video was amazing. I love the energy and chaos you all had. I hadn't laughed so hard in a long while. Exactly, Kane. It was fun. It was just meant to be fun. We all had fun. We got nothing but fun comments. There were no furious Reddit posts about how we goofed up or anything. All the comments on that video were how much fun we had and other people's lists, which is fine. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kane. That is the exact spirit in which we wanted it to go. There you go, Kane. Cookies for everyone. Marvel also probably just looks at what sells the most, and that's about it. I think it also has to do with pre-orders. I think Wolverine 1 should be evergreen. Also, nice work on boxing out X-Men Volume 1. Uncanny X-Men Volume 1. See, that was the beauty of the show. Getting Omar blood pressure through the roof. That was the show. That was the fun of the show. I'm with Kane. I haven't laughed so hard. I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. Just at Peter M's comments at me were just hilarious. Mixing companies stress me out. Yeah, I can't do that. I love Planetary a lot more than Authority. Okay. I like Organized Chaos. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Anything Scarlet Witch is an instant buy for me. It's criminal. She's not featured in more omnibuses. She's a character that's evolved so much. She's sort of like Black Widow, that her origin and what she is now is so it's so different than what the origin was. I'm worried that a Scarlet Witch Omni would be like that Black Widow Omni. Black Widow strikes again, and it's just all these not random, but all her appearances, starting from the Silver Age when she was, dressed like she was, like she was a widow in France. I feel like she was originally French or something. Maybe she was Russian. I can't even remember her origin. but I feel like there's like Scarlet Witch and Vision. I don't know that there's enough Scarlet Witch to fill an Omni, modern Scarlet Witch. And even the older stuff is all going to be in Avengers and things like that. But have you read Scarlet Witch by Steve Orlando, Chris? Tell me if you have, because really you should. James Robinson, Scarlet Witch CC annoys me because it did not have the annual. Also accidentally bought 2 and gave one to Kristen. Wink, wink, make her read it. She's probably selling it. Also, who buys 2 of a book? Freddie, come on. I would also like a show schedule. Okay, that's fair. I'll put up a show schedule, but then I could update it when I have random things like Peter M in there. Well, I usually just announce it. Okay, I'll figure that out. That's fair. Okay, Avengers Disassembled, House of M, Children's Crusade, then the Robinsons run would make a decent-sized modern Wanda Omni. Look what happens with Hayden when he stops looking at pictures of bunk. Nicely done, Hayden. Well done. Good job. You have to read Stormwatch before Authority, so I know he did. Hi, Jess. Are we counting Omar amongst the army of the dead now? You mean after Thursday night? He still hasn't recovered. I don't know that he ever will. Oh, now this Jessica Drew does have enough modern paperback stuff out to make a Omni. She also has, oh, that's Jessica Jones. Here's the Scarlet Witch book by Orlando that's so good. I'm going to make a video of my honorable mentions, and this is going to be one of them from last year. Yeah, Jessica Drew, there's a ton. And Stardew Daily Show. I don't know about that. Yeah, there's definitely enough material for that. I do try to post Omnidog schedule in the yeah, James, you're very nice about this in the Omnidog's Vault Discord in Omnidog schedule. Oh, magic for an absolute. I'm sorry, for an Omni. Yeah. Boy, that would be a good episode on Very Fine Condition. Map My Magic Omni. Because it's all gonna be her New Mutant stuff, Quest for Magic. She was a key part of Inferno. I know I'm missing some stuff. This is what Peter's gonna help me organize, because I'm looking at my New Mutant stuff over there in trade. I'm sure there's probably several more, but Magic would be a great omnibus. Buddy, it's always good seeing you. You're a good guy and a good co-host. Really enjoyed it. Mr. Awesome, I have the Magic Deluxe OHC. Wait, Magic? Magic from what Magic? Magic the Ileana? Are we talking about that? What is that? Thank you. There's my Red Sonja, Invincible Red Sonja, Simone and Red Sonja. Yes, thank you, James. James, super producer. Unpopular opinion. Never liked the Frank Thorne Sonia art. That would be this art. Yeah, I get it. I tend to roll with it more and not worry about that, but I get that. Sure. Okay, good. Peace and love next. We're on the same page. I have yet to read Palmiotti Connor. Oh yeah, and Mark Russell's writing Red Sonja. I haven't read that yet. Red Simone, real good stuff. Even the stuff not in the hardcover, like Red Sonja, Tarzan. I forgot Mark Russell was writing Red Sonja. That's right. Getting the new Avengers reprint specifically for Jessica Drew and Clint Barton's Ronin era. A lot of Red Sonja and Hoopla. Still waiting on that Eternal Warrior overview. Love a good overview, something I ain't buying. The next overview I'm doing is complete Norse mythology by Gaiman and Russell. I'm doing that, and then I'll do Eternal Warrior. Archie Comics. I haven't read the Nick Spencer stuff. I read the Mark Waid stuff and loved it. Also, have you read the Adam Hughes Betty and Veronica comic by Adam Hughes? That's one of the best books out there now. Not only can Adam Hughes draw, he's a very good writer and very funny. I highly recommend Betty and Veronica. Frank Thorne's Gita frontal are like Red Sonja with full frontal. Check it out. Sexy. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Oh, that Peter M show is on Tuesday, February 6th. Yeah. Okay, good, good. Never seen that pillow before. I want one. Okay. I will put a link in this description on where you can find it. I have two and they're super comfortable. Yeah, I will, as soon as this is done, I'll post it in the description below or the community tab. Sure. No, I'm not giving him the. No, this is Peter's in my show. I feel like Scarlet Witch deserves her own modern series. Dude, there's going to be a follow up to this. I think it's called Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Steve Orlando, he writes a good Scarlet Witch. This was my big surprise of last year. I loved this book. Really. I don't. That Black Widow Omni. They should have given us a modern Omni. It sounds like you left out. I don't like that Black Widow Omni. Right. Read Kelly Thompson's Black Widow, as I said earlier in the show. Nathan Edmondson's Black Widow. Mark Waid's Black Widow. Those are three you should read. Like just, I'll try Connor and Palmiotti's Run on Hoopla and get back to you. Good. YP, good. You can even add some Uncanny Avengers and Axis by Remender to. You changed your picture to Hayden's proposed Scarlet Witch Secret Omni. I should draw Scarlet Witch soon. You should, for your favorite YouTube guy, right? Good. It's nearly 4:30 in the morning and I'm still watching the stream. Lars, thank you for hanging in there. Last Days of Magic, her appearance in Secret Empire and Empire, Darkhold, Death in Hellfire Gala, Trial of Magneto, the Orlando stuff, Contest of Chaos, and the upcoming mini with Pietro Modern Volume 2. That's the one after this, right? Yes. What? Wait. What about her New Mutant stuff? Shouldn't we be throwing in her New Mutant stuff? Quest for Magic and the Zeb Wells New Mutants? How about that? Oh, Black Magic. Okay, good. Any thoughts on Anya Taylor-Joy as Silver Surfer talk? I am not familiar with that. Are they thinking of casting Anya Are they thinking of casting her as Silver Surfer? I have not heard that. I don't. Just got an ad for over 50 makeup. Skip, no big. Now have the ad pushing the down blah YouTube. Over 50 makeup. Hey man, we need it. I already have standard and DM covers in mind for imagined Wanda Omnis. Let's have a little brain trust talk, Hayden, and let's put together our Wanda Omni. Okay. Yeah, and then wait, who is? And let's have a magic brain trust. Let's talk about Map My Wanda and Map My Magic. Let's talk about that in the Discord or however you want. Facebook. How do you get a hold of me? Facebook, whatever, however you get a hold of me. Yeah. Just setting yourself for heartbreak like Jess and Kristen with Gwenpool, Hayden. Oh, with the spine. I thought for sure the Pacheco Spider-Woman run would get an Omni. It might in the future, but based on the positive feedback over the few years, I thought it was a guarantee. A lot of good. Yeah, that Pacheco Spider-Man run was good. And I really like the Dennis Hopeless stuff. Favorite Magic cover? This Archer one has to be at least top 5. I bought it, so yeah. The other ones, I know I have one framed and hung up in the other room by David Nakayama. That's a really good one. And I feel like David Nakayama did another Magic one that I love. I have a lot of ones. Are you looking forward to the new Red Sonja film? There's the new Red Sonja film? I didn't know that. Who's playing Red Sonja? Spencer Archie takes place after Wade. Do you think Marvel will ever revive the Max line of comics? I feel like with the right choice of writers, they could make some epic stories. Like I've always wanted a Black Widow Max series. It pains me to say this, but the guy to ask is on a Saturday at 11 p.m., 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be very fine condition with the astonishing Melanie and her husband. That would be a question for him. I couldn't even hazard a guess, but VFC is where you should go for that. Oh, wow. I actually felt a little piece of my soul leave myself here when I said that. Don't pay attention to AFF casting until they release the official thing. Wild speculation and fan theories. We can talk on Discord. Oh, you don't have Facebook anymore. Okay, let's put together our Magic and Wanda books. That would be great. I think that'd be fun. We could map those things. Hopeless and Pacheco should be put together in an Omni. They could even squeeze in. Oh, I just got that second Bendis standard hardcover, so now I can read it. I've heard that new Emma Stone show, The Curse, is supposed to be superb. Yes, I have heard good things about that. Anya Taylor-Joy was rumored as a herald of Galactus. People heard that and assumed Silver Surfer, but if true, then it's most likely Frankie Ray. Matilda Lutz as Sonya. It's in post now, coming out second quarter this year. Okay. I have. Huzzah! I am not familiar. Well, I'm not familiar with Matilda Lutz, but the only way I even know who any young actors or actresses are is BuzzFeed. I I have no idea who some of these young actresses and actors are. I know that guy with the great hair, Timothy Chalamet. He's handsome with good hair, isn't he? Willy Wonka. I know him. But no, I don't know Matilda Lutz. I would love it, but hard to say because of the mouse. Disney doesn't like that kind of violence, but they don't touch Marvel. Just can't seem doing the Max now. It's probably fair. The mapping of a Scarlet Witch Omni is something I need to see. She's a very important character to me. She's a very important character to me, to be honest, due to having similar heritage as her. Hayden and I are going to work on a Wanda map book and a Map My Magic book. I know. I told you. I felt a little piece of my soul dissolve. I'm not completely myself, but that's, and I am caught up in the chat. So, peace and love, 5-minute warning. Because I have to get to bed. There we go. I have to give credit where credit's due. I know it's odd, but I have to I couldn't even hazard a guess on anything that specifically Marvel. What are you reading next? I have just started. This is one of the first times I've ever had two books going. I've got Ecstatic started. I'm about 15 issues into Ecstatics. And then I'm about 4 issues into Department of Truth. Those are the 2 books that I'm reading right now. I've been following the Supergirl casting, and one actress rumored I'd never heard of is from Disney, but my daughter was not happy when I asked her. Uh-oh. When it comes to Moon Knight, there was Ellis, Wood, Bunn, Lemire, and my favorite, Bendis and Malieve. I loved all those runs. Whoa, 5 a.m. You guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Yes, peace and love. The next stream is tomorrow, book club at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The old Ultimate Universe did want a dirty. It's pretty upsetting. Oh yeah, no, I think we would specifically not put that in the Omni. Yeah, Ultimates 3, that's not going in our Omni. I love these live streams. They are always amazing and wholesome. Thank you. That's so nice of you, Cookie Buddy. Thank you. Disney Plus has MA. I don't think they're afraid of violence. Punisher Max is being reprinted this year. Just one chat backlog 0. It just dawned on me. Larry's still with us. Good. It just dawned on me how great Rose McIver from iZombie and Ghost might be as Sue Storm. Ghost. What's Ghost? That sounds good. Is she a ghost in Ghost? Is Ghost a series? I know her from iZombie, but what's Ghost? Oh, Ghost in Ant-Man. Okay. Wait, no. Was that Rose McIver? Yeah, no, we wouldn't do that. What is your Discord server, Jess? I think it's time I finally join. I believe super producer James will have that up within 20. I'll give him 20 seconds. I bet he does it. Oh, Ghosts. Okay, that's the American one. I do watch it. As a matter of fact, we're caught up with season 4. There. Omnidog's Vault Discord. There you go. There's the link to get it. Thank you, James. Okay, this is the American Ghosts. I have not watched that, but I am very caught up. We're not quite done with season 4 yet because we're watching Ted Lasso, but we do love Ghosts, the BBC one. We haven't seen the CBS one. Do enjoy Rose, but with her doing Ghosts and with her being pregnant, I don't think she'll have time to play Sue Storm. I think I would get out of bed in time for the book club. Okay, good. Posted my imagined covers for Wanda Omnis to Discord. This is a reason to join my Discord. Hayden and I are going to go to work. If I can pull him away for bunk long enough, I think Wanda and Magic can do it. They're not in the Ultimates Omnis either. It's just Miller, Run, and Hickman. I'd like to put in a request for you to get the band back together and do a DC Evergreen Omni show. That is up to very fine condition. He's the host. He's the one that invites. So I don't know if I'd be invited for DC Evergreen. He is going to do a DC Evergreen Omni show. If I should be so lucky as to get an invite, I would gladly join. Those are probably the highlight of, that was definitely the highlight of the year for me, Thursday. Also, this is Saturday. This coming Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am on the previews show with many of the same cast of characters from Thursday's show, probably. That's where I first met them people, was on the previews show. But you know what? You're right. I really do need to post an Omnidog schedule. Yeah, you're 100% right. I've done a disservice to my loyal viewers. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. Ghosts, 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 ghosts. Yeah, baby. Coolest Discord server ever. Can confirm. Jess, where are you watching the BBC Ghosts on? Hulu only has season 1. We watched, my daughter arranged it. It may not have been completely legal. I feel like we watched it on our television, though. I will find out from my daughter. She's coming over tomorrow for football. So I'll find out for you, Larry. Season 4, we definitely pirated. Sorry, peace and love to everybody involved with that show, but come on. It needs to come over here. Oh, you're watching in bed? That's nice of you. Thank you. She could just do the voice and say she was invisible all the time. Problem solved. Sorry, it's Paramount Plus that has only season 1 of BBC Ghosts. I'll find out from her how we got the full 3 seasons. She may have had them on her laptop, and we plugged it in and watched it on the television. I'll find out. Yeah, no, it definitely was illegal. Haha, I attempted to help Chris with the Discord link, but YouTube blocked it. James always come in clutch, so it worked out. Huh. Okay, good. I like the idea of Spidey Evergreen. He should get that stick out and invite you. Oh, a full nothing but Spidey Evergreen? Yeah, that'd be fun. I also have a map in my... Ooh, Harley Quinn Origins Beginnings Omnibus. I will work on those with you, Hayden. I would be pleased to work on you with those. 100%. Yeah, forget it. Oh, it's HBO Max that we watched it on legally. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we watched it on HBO Max. The first 3 seasons, the 4th we found, and we haven't found the 5th yet. Yeah, HBO Max. Thank you, James. Honestly, I do miss a lot of shows because I don't know when they are on. Okay, I will definitely post and keep updated a list in my community tab on Omnidog's Vault. You guys are right. I always say not legit. Okay, sorry. Not legit for season 4. Jess, I may have missed this at some point, but did the minister? Yes. He no worries. It's he's taking a sabbatical. New job for him, new job for his wife. They've got a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, and he's in the same boat almost that Tyler Blunt is. They both got new kids and their wives work, and they've got older kids. They've got their hands full. And so the minister just is taking a sabbatical. I am not going to stop playing that intro because it rocks. But yeah, Taylor just had to take a sabbatical. Doors always open when he's ready to come back. And he may make guest appearances. I told him he could do it whenever he wants, and everything's cool. But yeah, he had to take a sabbatical. No, Ghost, high school kid Ghosts. I'd watch that. No, Ghosts is with, how do I even describe Ghosts? The BBC Ghosts is this huge mansion this woman inherits with her husband. It's haunted by an entire timeline of ghosts from where that mansion was built. The people that either lived in that house or occupied the land before the house was there. So there's like a caveman ghost, a French time period of the French Revolution ghost that lived in the house. There's a World War II captain. There's a school teacher that met his. These are all people that died in the house, and their ghosts are haunting the house. There's a there's a guy from Parliament, from the English Parliament, that keeled over with his trousers down while he was doing something not legit, and he's haunting the house. It is so funny. The couple's trying to renovate it and make it like a bed and breakfast, and the way the ghosts interact with modern things like the internet that they see and television and stuff, that show's a riot. I'm so sorry it's ending, but yeah, Ghosts on BBC on HBO Max, 100%. Oh, only mods can post links. Give me a proper Ghost Rider TV show reboot. Loved the PBS show back in the 90s. Ghost Rider. I want them to bring back Wishbone. A Kate Bishop Omni would be effortless for me to map, to be honest. I've read everything related to Kate. Nice. Hey, Jaggernaut, what up? I want to come do a show with you someday. Anything's possible, my brother. Tell us what shows you're watching. The 2 shows I'm watching right now: Ted Lasso with my family and Midnight Club on Netflix. Those are what I'm watching right now. Kane, do you want to be a mod? I'll make you a mod if you want, so you can post links. Because it's obvious not Legion or Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Rebels. Yes, you are correct. Watch Batman 89 on Blu-ray disc, and it's still as amazing as it was in 1989. I bet it is. I did pass up on the 4K because they redid the color timing and added a lot of green teal. Also, they redid the iconic sound mix of the film. I love both versions of Ghosts, but I gotta say, you think the US version's even better. I am willing to watch that and see if you are correct. Interesting. James agrees with me. You. Wishbone will want a Marvel Mignola omnibus. Wishbone, he'll want a historic omnibus. What? They removed Ghosts from Max? Max doesn't know what it's doing. Is Ghost Rider Ghost Rider's nerdy brother? No, I haven't. I haven't. And I've had a really good week. I've actually felt really good. But then upper management knows that I'm feeling good, so she gives me chores to watch. chores to do, rather. I don't get to watch anything. Oh. Thank you, Jaggernaut. I am feeling good. Uh-oh. It's also not Stranger Things season 4. I haven't gotten done with Stranger Things season 3. Appreciate the offer. There are enough mods. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yellow Jackets. That's right. Another chap. Character specific Omni I need is Rogue. I will pay a lot of money for that. Glad you're feeling good. Thank you. she's not into it, so that's cool. Jess, how good do you feel? You gave Omar credit. I was having a good week, and then I had a really bad pain attack at 4:00, and the show was at 6. And I said, dude, I'm not sure I can make it. And I just went to bed and tried to get as much rest as I can. And I mean, I showed up at 6:01. I barely made it. And I'm telling you, all that laughter, I was as good as gold right after. It really is the best medicine, I guess. It helped me. I totally give him credit for it. I think Ghost BBC is on Amazon Prime now, but I think you have to pay a rental on it. Joking aside, no, it was about this ghost who only communicated through reading and writing to kids who helped solve a variety of mysteries in Fort Greene, New York City. I want to watch that. Was it what's the target audience? Like young adults, Kane? That sounds really good. Yeah, I get that, Matthew. Meant the omnibus I want is Mignola's work at Marvel. Oh, here's Shashi. What up? Good to see you. Glad I'm doing better. Need more Omnidog. You are very nice. I appreciate that a lot. Really appreciate that, my friend. Probably gonna not buy all of the new Ultimate Spider-Man since collecting single issues isn't for me, but it's great so far. All of Ultimate Spider-Man is great, Chris. You really need to read all of it. Target audience was children, all ages. Well, it sounds like it was awesome. What Kane talking about played next to Wishbone. Oh, okay. Well, I would watch Wishbone still, and so would my daughter. We had so much fun watching that. I don't mind character specific omnis if they collect mostly uncollected material. Crazy people like me most likely have all the contents of those books collected elsewhere. So it is 11 o'clock. Okay, wait. Jess, I'm guessing you're in the same finger licking good state as Omar. I am not. If I ever do an Eastern States tour, it'd be good to see as many YouTubers as I can. I am located in Virginia, which is, I think Omar has to drive 8 hours to get here. So no, somehow I'm not in Kentucky, where all the comic book people are. Max is not here to add or what we do in shadows. Wait, what? 4 a.m. here. Wow, you guys, thank you for hanging in there so much. Take care, Jess. I appreciate it, Phil. Thank you so much. Happy nightmares ending midnight here. Yes, I appreciate all you guys so much that hung in there and talked with me. Thank you so much, Kenny. Chris, yes, you need to read the old Ultimate Spider-Man by Bendis. It's so great. Okay, thanks, Kane. And I will definitely start putting down. Thanks, Doc. Yeah, it's 11 for me, and I'm whooped. I will start posting. I'm going to post a link to this thing. I'll find it somehow and post the link in the description here if you guys want to find it. And I will start posting my schedule. That's actually a really good idea. That makes sense. That's so nice of you, Mist. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kane. Great to see you. Yes, Freddie, you are right. And thank you, Josh. And so I will play us out with my intro. Don't forget, organic price books, code Omnidog, 5% off shipping. Omnidog sit. 5% saves a lot, and it gets you free shipping. So what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait. First this. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to play us out with the theme song. Peace and love, peace and love. Thank you all so much for being here, especially everybody that stayed up late. Thank you for participating in the chat. Thank you, Larry, for joining. It was great to see you. We'll see you tomorrow on Book Club at 3 p.m. Peace and love, peace and love. I love you all. You are all so good for my spirit. It really uplifts me. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
Baturdays. Baturdays. Omnidog and the Minister of Comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the bat. Baturdays. Baturdays.